Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm not quite sure what happened with the opening sequences there. A bit peculiar, but anyway, there you go. Very, very strange. Anyway, welcome to the show. Bit of a weird start. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to that. So, no idea what happened there. Anyway, welcome to everybody this morning. We are green once again. Another green day today. Very nice indeed, but we have some worries. We have some concerns. We have some risks. Let me just change this for a moment. There you go. I just had to reach into the camera there and press a button. Right, we've got a few worries, a few concerns, a few things to be concerned about, and we'll be talking about that this morning in the show. We've got issues in China. We've got issues with banks, with potential issues around environmental costs. Not everyone is prepared. And the potential for NVIDIA to drop down a lot further before it goes up. I think by the end of the year, we're going to be absolutely fine. And the 10, 12 months is still intact. Nothing's changed there, in my opinion. But nevertheless, let's have a look at the overall portfolio. 89 now, 26. And 116, so near an all-time high again. Very, very good indeed. We touched an all-time high a couple of days ago on Friday, I think it was. Let's read through all the comments. Morning, Jerry and Elba. How is the project moving along in fixing the house? I hope you all enjoyed the concert on Friday. That was a lot of fun. We had another Jerry with me from the Dallas Doo-Wops with me live on the show. A lot of fun. And we did some special music for Jerry and Elba. Hope you all enjoyed it. It was great fun. Good morning, Leah. Leah can hear from the other room. She's in her office working, and she often checks in. Good morning, David Ewan. Good morning, Mike Kello from Ohio. Mornings will definitely not be fun, but well-deserved vacation. Enjoy, you deserve it. Well, thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. David Ewan, I mean, it's very rare I take a break. I mean, I've been here for 2 years, every trading day for 2 years. And even though I'm on a break, I'm still here. I'm just not going to be in the studio. I'm going to be able to pop in on emergencies and stuff like that, or to keep everybody updated. But the main show like this will be finished for a month. Intel to the up. Should we have a quick look at Intel? Yes, we just put news out over the weekend. I'm going to share with you a couple of things you may have missed. We did warn you, though, just when it popped up, buy the news, buy the rumors, sell the news. It's a perfect example of that, actually. The moment the news came out about Qualcomm, vroomf, 10%, and then it pulled back quite considerably. So let's see what happens now. If you missed all that, by the way, I want to let you know about this. We've just put this out Sunday night. So literally last night, you may have missed this. Sensei did a brand new stock. Remember, we're always looking for new opportunities, new stocks, new ideas to bring to you, new businesses. This was requested. It was POET, P-O-E-T, great ticker symbol, that, isn't it? POET chart analysis. If you want to learn about a new stock, POET. Sensei did the buy zone, sell zone, support zones, introductory analysis on this stock. Go and check that one out. We also gave you an NVIDIA chart last night as well to prepare you for this morning. There's a very real chance that NVIDIA could drop down a long way. And we all believe it will get bought up very quickly. So be prepared for that. Sensei gave you a great chart for NVIDIA. We also, because he's absolutely right, gold has been outperforming the S&P and continuing to rise. So make sure that you go and check the gold analysis as well. Very, very important. All right. Intel. We gave a sort of medium-term analysis on this one. We brought you the news, we brought you the balance sheet, the numbers, the profits, the losses. And we also covered the news live from CNBC as well. So you might want to go and check that video out. These are all on the homepage of the channel. Crash, stay calm. There's going to be some volatility with NVIDIA. Hold the quality. The Friday phone booth. If you've not yet seen it, You got to go and check this out. You'll cry all the way through to the end. So there you go. And alerting you that this is the end. This is our last week here on YouTube for our 2-year. We have not had a vacation for 2 years. All right. I also even talked about is it stupid to short the market? It's a question you might want to consider. All right, then, let's go back to the main portfolio. Let's carry on with the questions, and then we'll tune in and pick up all the news from CNBC and Bloomberg as it comes out. Okay. Hi, Stacey Bailey. Intel on the up. Good morning, Frederick. Frederick, Binky Bonk, how are you this morning? Frederick, how are you? Look, I got 1 month. Rick McGrath, have you got your 1 month badge? Let me have a look. I missed it. Hang on a minute. Rick McGrath. That doesn't show me in here. I see it on this screen. Where is it? I can't see it. Yes, there it is. Yes, you got your 1 month. Yep. Congratulations to you. Thank you very much. God bless you helping the family. It was a lot of fun. It was a pleasure. Rick McGrath as well celebrated Tracy's birthday. That was a lot of fun as well. Thank you for sharing on Facebook as well. That was appreciated. I saw you clipped it. You used the clip feature. Now people can go back and watch the birthday celebration forever. That video will live there forever. You can reshare it from that clip. It's great. Hi, David. Hi, Wadey. How you doing? Good morning, Martin, and to you and all the Lucasades. Thank you for helping me make Tracy feel as special as she is. I truly appreciate that. Not at all. It's part of being a member, part of being a family. We're all here to celebrate everyone's birthdays. Absolutely great. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Mike. How you doing? Hi, everyone. Good morning, Martin. Hope Leo is feeling better. Yes, her eye is healed now. As you know, she found another tear, thinning of the front of the eye. There was a tear. Well, there was a hole. We lasered it. Very unpleasant for a few days. It's now absolutely fine. So now she's got 2 fixed eyes. So she should be good to go now. I've just realized I've not opened up this. I need to open up this. Will it work straight away? Yes, there we go. You don't know what I've done there, but what I've done is very important. Yes, hi, Henrik. Good morning, Steve Gatson. Let's have a look. Hey, everyone. Bart. Good morning, Bart. Wadey's in the house this morning. More news on Intel in Discord. Great. We'd love to do some more. So links for YouTube. William. If William's in the chat, he's trying to become a friend on Discord. And, of course, I got to confirm it's him. So let me know. Links for YouTube. No, nothing in there. More news on Intel on Discord. Where did you put it? I'm looking around. I can't find it. I can only find it instantly if I know if it's in links for YouTube. Every other channel, it takes a second or two for me to find it. Can you just drop it in links for YouTube, please? Please, fight.
Or really more demands to withhold any type of automation or semi-automation. If you look at just New York, where you guys are, the Port of New York, New Jersey, it's about 1/3 of goods in all of the U.S., and it's a key destination just because of how densely the U.S.
Hey,
population
Lance,
is
great
in
to have
that
you
area.
back.
Of course, it will be very disruptive.
Ran,
it's one step forward, one step back. You had interest rates were cut, but costs should go up with disruption at the ports. One thing to think about, there's just 3 buckets. First, you got supply chain. They're going to be disrupted again. You can have some Asian importers that will divert goods to West Coast. You can rail and truck those, but that's going to lead to higher cost overall.
Better than going out to a nightclub. I love it. Parziel Zero. Well, thank you. Loving you saying the words. It makes me smile. I know it's always your little thing, isn't it? Right. Ports brace for possible shutdowns. Supply shortages. Good morning, Martin. Do you believe in holding a reasonable position in your portfolio in cash if you're not using margin in cash if you're not using margin? No. I'll explain it. I'll come back to you. I'll say that as a favorite, and I'll come back to that. Qualcomm is also interested in buying parts of Intel. It's there. Okay, this links for YouTube. Thank you very much indeed. I've got it. Let me update a couple of things for you a minute. I want to update that. I also want to update this over here. There we go. If I update that, it gives me faster news. Okay, so we got potential port shutdowns today. Let me have a quick cup of tea from my amazing Martyn Lucas mug. Oh, yeah. Have you all got one of these? I know who hasn't got one. Fight Channel doesn't believe in it. Doesn't believe in getting one of the mugs. Right, we'll cover the Intel thing. I'm also going to answer the question for Christopher Shaw. I'll explain it right now. Morning all, Mark Saxby. Just popped a rib. Oh, just popped a rib. Hello. That don't sound good. Good morning, Martin. Dylan Wilson. Good morning. What is everyone panicking about today? James Turner. I don't see any panic here this morning. So anyway, let's answer the first question. And we've got Intel to do, and we've got a banking looming crisis, which could be a potential worry for all our mega stocks as well. So let's do it. First of all, then, so let's talk about do you need cash? So it's 15 minutes. Cash or no cash? Okay, right. Here we go. So I'm going to bring this one up now. I just did something very silly there. I just there you go. That would be easier. Right. Okay, here we go. Cash or not to cash? That is the question. It's funny, actually, because this member has had 2 videos made now out of his questions, and he asks me this. Christopher Shaw. Good morning, Martin. Do you believe in holding a reasonable position in your portfolio in cash if you're not using margin, like yourself? So in other words, do you believe in holding some cash on the sidelines if you're not using margin? Because if you're not using margin, you'll have cash. Simple as that. Because if you are using margin, you won't have cash. Let me explain what I mean. And should we be holding cash on the sidelines? Well, going to give you my thoughts on that right now. Tap the like button if you like this content, and consider subscribing as well, because I'm going to give you my thoughts on whether you should have cash on the side. I could do a spoiler alert and tell you straight from the beginning that I don't, but let me explain it. I mean, by now you've probably switched off and you thought, well, there we go. No point watching the video. Well, let me tell you a bit more. The way I see money is this. Money is it's tools in my toolbox. They are little soldiers. Every little dollar is a little soldier going to work for me every day. Money does absolutely nothing unless it works for you. Understand where money came from, what money is. Money is a piece of paper of a promise. Doesn't actually represent anything anymore. Doesn't actually represent the gold in the Federal Reserve like it used to. Things are very different now. It's a simple promise to pay the bearer, as we would say on a UK note at least. But anyway, it's essentially a piece of paper. It's what you do with it is what counts. So for me, money is only valuable and only does something if it is working for me, and I mean every single cent, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So let's take the analogy, take the thought of just leaving the cash on the side. What is it doing? If the cash is on the side, your little army of soldiers is asleep, doing absolutely nothing. In fact, they're doing worse than nothing. They're going backwards because if your cash is sat on the side doing nothing, it's being devalued by inflation. Every day, even if inflation is cooling and we've tamed inflation, that doesn't mean prices are coming down. It means the rate they're going up has slowed. Everything still goes up by a minimum of 2% a year. Many people will say a lot more than that, because inflation is targeted at 2% doesn't mean to say the retailer who sells you the product doesn't keep it at 2%. They can increase it whenever they want. So let's all agree that money is always being devalued because prices always go up. So having your money sitting on the side is a completely useless thing to do. Completely useless. But let me explain, because some of you will say, I've watched a Dave Ramsey show, and Dave Ramsey said you should have 3 to 6 months of money sat there just in case of emergencies. Well, there are ways to achieve that same peace of mind and security without having your physical soldiers asleep, in fact, going backwards. Let me explain. For me, you should always be investing. For me, you should always be in the game. There should be no point at all when you're out of the game, because, like we've said before on other videos, you've got 95% chance of getting it wrong getting out, and you've got 95% chance wrong of getting it in. That's just a fact. That's a fact of life, statistically proven. So we want to remain in the game. Markets go up, markets go down, but over time, markets end up when you need the money in the future. And as an investor, not a trader, an investor, you are looking to achieve a certain goal by a certain period of time in the future. And you will do that if you stick to this very basic principle of remaining invested and remaining in the game. So for me, every penny I earn is disciplined and structured, so I don't waste any money. I don't waste any money. I'm very efficient. I don't waste or miss a trick. I'm always careful about all the money I earn, and I never ever lose money. Since I rebalanced my portfolio, I never lose money ever. My portfolio might go down today or up tomorrow, but I never, ever lose money. I make money out of every situation that I'm in. So should everybody. So I'm fully invested with an efficient lifestyle. I'm efficient lifestyle, no wastage, everything's invested, everything's in. Then because I've got a reasonable portfolio like this, I get offered margin. Now, you can see from my margin, there is my balance of the margin that I'm using. If I scroll down, I'll show you the details, and you can see that the interest rate has now dropped to 6.05, $13.14 a day. It's dropped over $1.09 in just the last couple of days because of the Fed. So margin is getting cheaper for me, cost of borrowing is getting cheaper for me, and is going to continue to do so. So I remain always invested no matter what happens. If I had cash sitting on the sidelines, the cash would be doing nothing. However, you might argue it would be earning some interest. Well, it was earning 5.5%. I think that's come down to about 5% now on Robinhood, which is one of the best you can get. There's nowhere really anywhere else, any high yield bank account, anywhere you like, is going to give you any more than $5, right? Sorry, 5%. That's about the maximum. So you might argue, well, why not have your cash sitting there on the sidelines? Okay, it's earning 5%. However, if you put all that money in the markets, it's going to make, on average, 10 to 13%, depending on how you calculate it, in the S&P, which is a very safe asset. I wouldn't recommend using all your cash to buy risk assets, but the S&P, absolutely, 10 to 13%. So don't have your money sat on the sidelines, have it all invested. Now, for me, I use margin because margin costs me less than I can make, but I only buy the S&P with it, and I only buy it on macro conditions. When I use my cash, I can be a little bit more risky, if you like. The markets can keep going up because it doesn't matter if you keep paying higher prices because the markets keep going up. There's nothing wrong with paying on the way up. But if I'm using borrowed money, now I want to make sure that I buy it with dramatic drops. That is my cash on standby, if you like. The margin is not there just to go all in and then I've got no money. The margin is to be used with macro dips, severe dips, big drops, because I'm already fully invested. No cash sitting around doing nothing. I'm fully invested. I only use the margin when there's really big dips, when it makes absolute sense to do so. because I'm already in anyway. I'm just adding to it, and then I spend the time to reduce it. Now, I know what some of you might be saying. Well, that's all very well and good, but what if I need the cash? Well, this is why this is not a simple answer. There's more to it than just this. So let's move on to the next part. We've established its right to remain invested. We've established the principles behind using margin, because if you're using margin, your cash has been used up. Are you vulnerable now you've got no cash sitting around? Well, no, you're not. Dave Ramsey would say 3 to 6 months of cash sitting around. No, I don't agree, and I'll tell you for why. If you've got good credit, and Dave Ramsey will often say you don't need credit, it just means you've got into debt. It's rubbish. I've got no debts whatsoever, and I've got a perfect credit score in Europe, UK, and in the United States. I've got perfect credit scores on 2 continents. Doesn't mean I'm in debt. It just means I understand how debt works and how credit works. But I've got no debt. So you don't have a high credit score because you just are in debt. In fact, the opposite. You just know how to manage credit. So because of that, I've got a perfect credit score, so I've got access to credit cards. Now you might go, well, I wouldn't buy anything on credit cards because you're borrowing money. Correct, 23% very often, or even higher in some cases. However, when I want to buy something with the cash that I would have used, I use a credit card, but I have discipline of when I'm going to buy it, other than the daily food, the daily fuel or whatever. But even then, I try to stretch it out to the right time. What I mean by that is, look at your credit card settlement date, the day it refreshes each month, and set it, as I do, to pay off the full balance every month, so I don't pay any interest. I don't pay any interest. So I look at the day when it settles. In other words, the day after I make my big purchases. The reason for that is it gives me 56 days. 56 days, 2 months before I have to pay that card. And I will in full, because I know how much money I'm earning. I'm budgeted ahead. I know exactly to the penny how much I've got in the bank now, and I know exactly how much money in the bank I'll have a month from now. To the penny. It could be more, but it certainly won't be less, because I update my YouTube every day. I know what I'm earning every day. I know what I'm spending every day, and I update it every day using my account software. So I know how much I've got 56 days ahead. So nearly 2 months. All right, nearly 2 months ahead. So I don't need cash sitting around because I've timed my purchases. I know what I'm doing, and I'm also going to get a cash back as well in addition to that, but we don't count that. That's a little gift on the top. All right, count the expenses. Don't count the benefits. The profits come on extra. Always worst case scenario, right? So I don't need cash on hand because I can pay everything with my credit card, and I do so. And I try to time the big payments on the right day to maximize the efficiency. So that gives me 2 months. But also, for this to work, you have to have an income. I've always said the success. To make money, you have to have income. It's not about simply using the stock market as a casino. You have to have income. Whatever job you have, business you have. For me, it's YouTube. I know how much money I'm earning. I'm responsible and in charge of my income. Nobody else. Me comes down to me. I don't budget for super chats, or if someone's going to give me a tip today, that's a bonus, right? I don't budget for that, but what I do budget is for me making videos, going live, doing what I do. I know how much I can earn. So I have an income. Now, if you don't have an income, well, then you shouldn't be investing in the first place, all right? Because it's your income which then you invest to make more money. You've got to start with an income. And even if you only earn $1 a day, that is an income. So no matter how poor or how rich you are, you have an income. As long as you live within the means of that income, you can invest. Absolutely. So everyone can be an investor. Everyone can reach $1 million. Everyone can do the right thing. It's down to you. So do I believe in cash on the sidelines? Absolutely not. Cash is trash. It's a waste of time unless the cash is working for you. Cash is your army. It's your army that should be working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Cash on the sidelines does absolutely nothing. The only reason why anyone like Dave Ramsey would suggest, and this is why he does it, why anyone would suggest you should have money in the bank or money on the sidelines is because people don't have discipline. If you don't have discipline, you need cash on the side because it protects you from you. You can now go out and spend more money you can't afford because you can pay it off with a credit card. You can now recover from unexpected circumstances because you have cash on the side. However, you might say, well, you made a point there. What about the worst case scenario? What about you suddenly need $10,000 for an unexpected expense? You didn't budget for that, did you? You didn't know suddenly the wheels would fall off the car. No, you're absolutely right. Beyond my maintenance and beyond the normal things I can do for myself, you're absolutely right. There are unexpected things that could come along the journey. So what happens then? You've got no money now. Now you're in trouble. No, I'm not. First of all, I've got 56 days of interest-free credit. Remember that. And it's always zero balance. It's never more. It's always paid off. So I've always got that amount of money. But would I do that then? Would I suddenly go out and buy, I don't know, repairing the car or fixing the roof, put $10,000 on a credit card? Well, I could do that. I absolutely could do that, but then it would need me. It would need me to pay off the credit card because I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to pay it off. I'd have to pay some interest in that then because I wouldn't be able to earn that amount of money. So then at that point, I would have to sell some shares, of course. But as a long-term investor, I've got shares now that I bought back in January that are all 30% up. So I can sell a couple of shares to clear that debt. So I've got cash on hand by holding it as a long-term investor in my portfolio. Not my recent trades, not trades I made yesterday, not stocks I bought yesterday. One, because I will pay massive amounts of capital gain tax on the original on those purchases of those stocks because I've only owned them a short period of time. The ones that I've owned over a year, I pay minimum capital gains tax, and they're the ones with the maximum profit. So I can sell a couple of those shares and pay off that extra expense. Alternatively, you could do things in a different way. And this is the way you should do it. Rather than sell the stocks that I had at the beginning and get rid of them. Remember, I want to leave my seeds in the ground. I want them to compound year in, year out, 10 years, 20 years. I don't want to sell any of my shares. But what do I do if I've got an immediate expense? What do I do if I have an emergency expense? You do what the big money does, what the real money, what the billionaires, the millionaires do. They don't sell their shares. Oh no, they don't release the seeds out of the ground. They leave them where they are. Well, what do they do then if they haven't got the money? I'm not earning enough money, remember, to fix the roof, to put the wheels back on the car. You borrow against what you have already. So if you sell your shares to pay off your credit card, why did you do that? You did it because if you didn't, you'd pay 22, 23, 24%. That's why you did it, right? Remember, always think about the solution, not the problem. If you concentrate on the problem, you're the problem. If you think about the solution, concentrate on the solution, the problem goes away. Always concentrate on the solution, not the problem. It's a different way of looking at things. I've always looked at things like that. So if I look at the problem, I react in the wrong way. I sell my shares because I'm going to pay high interest on my credit card. That is focusing on the problem to create a solution, but I focus on the problem. That's the wrong thing to do. What I want to do is focus on the solution, not the problem. So what I do want to do is I'm an investor and I've got a good portfolio. I've got my emergency. I've got my, oh no, oops, something happened that I didn't plan for. What I would do if this happened is I would borrow against my assets. Because I can borrow against my assets at the margin cost, which is, if I share on the screen with you, 6.05, not 22, 23% on a credit card. Now, you might say, well, you're still borrowing money to pay off your emergency issue. Am I? No, I'm not. I'm able to borrow against my assets because I'm an investor and I built up a portfolio of assets, so I can now borrow against it and keep those stocks in the ground, keep them growing. That 6% is exactly the same as if I'd use margin to buy stocks. But in this case, I've used margin to pay off an emergency situation. So I'm only paying 6% to repair the emergency situation when the stocks are making me 10 to 13%. So it doesn't matter whether you have an emergency situation, day-to-day expenses, or any which way at all. If you started with A, and I mean A as in get your life efficient, number one, get an income, no matter how small it is, get an income, then start investing wisely, then give it time to grow. Once you get it to grow, once you have a portfolio that's making money, the world is open to you. You do not need to hold cash sitting around doing nothing. You do not need to borrow money on credit cards. It all comes down to this. Rich people invest and spend what's left. Poor people spend and invest what's left. They do it the wrong way round. If you start by investing, you will end up being able to get the things for free that the people that had no money bought in the first place. Let me put it like this. Which hat do you wear? Hat number one. I'm nipping down the mall, Deirdre. I don't know who Deirdre is, somebody. I'm nipping down the mall, Deirdre, to buy the latest iPhone 16 Pro Max. Do we really need it? Yes, it's great. It's cool. I've seen it on YouTube. I want to buy it. Well, you know, we're struggling. Doesn't matter. I can pay it over 12 months, 18 months, 2 years. I need the new iPhone. Well, do you really need it? Well, yeah, I do. It makes me feel good. Okay. Nip down the mall once again and buy yourself a new iPhone. Hat number one. Hat number two. This is my hat. Leah, I'm going to skip this year's iPhone. Didn't you skip last year's? Yeah, phone still works. What about the year before? Yeah, I've skipped it for 2 years now. I've got the iPhone 14. Leah, I think, has got an iPhone 7. We haven't bought an iPhone for years. I only bought an iPhone 14 because my iPhone 10 fell in the swimming pool. So I'm going to skip my iPhone because I'm going to get a free one. How are you going to do that? Well, I'm going to take my hard-earned money, which hat number one doesn't even have. He hasn't even got it. He's going to borrow it, not against assets, against his credit card. I'm going to take my hard-earned money, which I do have, and I'm going to buy some more Apple shares. Because in a few years' time, my portfolio is going to go up another 100%, and I'm going to get a free iPhone from the guy who wears his hat back to front. So, which hat are you? You could be the guy who nips down the mall today and buys himself another new iPhone, buys one every year. Or you could be the guy who owns the business, buy the Apple shares, and in a year from now, 2 years from now, you get a free one. Which one are you? So, the answer to the question right at the beginning was Christopher Shaw said, do you need cash on hand? Absolutely not. I think I've proved it beyond any shadow of a doubt. Always remain invested. But remember, you can't get to this position, I think this was level 4, until you've done 1, 2, 3, and 4 in order over time. Start today. The best time to invest is today. Be efficient. Get rid of all waste. If you don't need it, get rid of it. Throw it out. Can you afford that extra can of beer? Can you afford that extra packet of cigarettes? Can you afford that day out and buying some new trainers or a new phone? Cut out all the waste. Protect your income, no matter if it's $1 or $1 million. Make every single penny work. Get in the market today. The best time to be in the market is today. The S&P, the greatest businesses in the world, will always be up sometime in the future. You've got no doubt and risk about that. Use your own cash to do it. Don't borrow money. Don't use margin to do it just yet. Build up your balance. Build up your assets. Get yourself to be 10, 20% up. Just wait. Have patience. Build it up, build it up, build it up. Then, now you understand the market. Maybe you use margin as your cash. But with margin, because you're paying some interest for it, you wait for macro dips. When you get the macro dips, the 5, 10% overnight drops because of, global issues, macro conditions. Then you use the margin. You budgeted out, you're very disciplined with your credit cards. You know exactly when to buy, when not to buy, what to buy, and what not to buy. Very, very important. If you should have a crisis, that gives you 2 months. If you then have a crisis, you borrow against your assets. That's what rich people do. That's what millionaires do. That's what billionaires do. You don't need the cash in the bank doing nothing. The only person who wins if you leave cash in the bank is the bank. Simple. So there is the answer to your question. Do you need cash on the sidelines? Absolutely not. You don't need any cash on the sideline sitting around doing nothing. I hope that makes sense, everybody. I'd love your thoughts and comments. Click above my head, down below in the description, over here, and over here. Down here, I'll put the psychology of investing, maybe part 2 to this video. This was all about cash. This is all about making the cash. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right, let me read some of these comments. Morning. How are you doing? So glad to be back from Morocco. We loved it. Who am I going to watch? What I do with my life. The music channel is fantastic. It's better than going to a nightclub. Thursday, we'll have another JP speech, so be ready for the massive drop on Thursday. Very well, thank you. I'm loving to say your words. It makes me smile. Good morning. We answered that. Qualcomm is also interested in buying parts of Intel. Qualcomm is also interested. No, it is Qualcomm. It is Qualcomm we're talking about. It's Qualcomm we're talking about. Morning all, tuning in from beautiful Florida Keys. Lovely stuff. I'll check in a moment. Just popped a rib. High fight. Apollo Global Capital is offered to invest billions in Intel. Is much more likely than a merger between Qualcomm and Intel. I want one. Jerry and Elbow, what do you want? Panic, whatever it was. What do you want? What do you want? Morning, everyone. Ed Nevius. Good morning, Mike. Jerry and Elbow, just click on the little banner where the mug, or you can book. Oh, yeah, you can back out and click the store. That's right, YouTube page, and it will bring to where you. Yes, right. Oh, you want a mug? You want to know how to get to a mug? All right, there's lots of. Yeah, Stacey just told you. If you click on the video, there's a mug there. You can click on that. You can click on the shop underneath. You can also go to, if you go to the homepage of the channel, I mean, there's so many ways you can click on it. Look, I've got a store. Look, I've got a whole shop, right? When you click on one thing, it takes you to the store. You can see things like it. There's the black mug. That's the most popular. Oh, in fact, the most popular is this one, the white mug. It's the cheapest thing you can buy, and it's the most popular. That's what I've got here. See, there's mine. And while you're there, you can get the matching items to go with it. Because everyone needs a matching item. Don't just buy one. No. Don't just buy one. Buy at least 5 things. I mean, don't just if you're gonna get it delivered, you might as well go all out. You know, no point messing around, is there really? So anyway, that's a great video and great way to put it. Thank you. Songs for space. That'll be my latest big epic video then. Money's a tool. Make sure you know how to use it. Exactly. Stock drop over months, but go over days. Can't afford to sit out and miss the up movement. Listen to Martyn. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just make it up. Good morning, everyone. I've been in Dubai for a week for business. Cash is king. No, and always will be. I don't agree. I have 40 years of investing experience. You need it once the market pulls back to 10, 15% to purchase the dips, my opinion. That's what margin's for. That's what margin's for. You cannot predict. No one knows. No one knows when the stock market is going to go down. No one knows. And equally, no one knows when it's going to go up. But what we do know is it is going to go up. The chance of it going up is more likely than it's going down because it always does. That's just a fact. You cannot say it's more. If it was more likely to go down, then the whole thing wouldn't work. It's more likely to go up because it does. If it didn't, why do we have this? Why do we have this? To say you want to be in the market for when it pulls back, I don't agree. Look at that. That's the S&P since 2000. 2010. Beg your pardon. 2010. The last 14 years. What do you see? It goes up. It goes down. It goes up. It goes down. It goes up. But it goes up. It goes up. So you're waiting for it to go the other way? No. Wrong. Be invested. Stay invested. That is when you bought. That's when you use margin. When it went down, 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 I don't sell, I don't sell, I don't sell, I don't sell, I buy with margin. Boom. Goes up. This is my paying back margin, 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 earning money, paying back margin, doing nothing. I'm already in. Going down, going down. Oh, hang on a minute. Margin, 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 margin. That's how it works. Cash is not king. I've just proved cash is not king. I think the argument I gave was compelling. I think I gave the argument that proves that cash is not king. It isn't. I see you in road walking. There you go. Good morning, family. What we've got 10 minutes. The bond curve is not a curve yet. It's a blood pressure chart. 11% difference from S&P. Also, depending on how much and where you have your cash positions, it's called sleeper money. Remember, pawns win more chess game than the queen. Understand your portfolio strategy. Correct. In theory, 10 years still in recession level and indicating the S&P a bit overvalue situation, in my opinion. They need to push at least a 0.75 and stop the 25% cuts. Martyn, you are a teacher of margin. The majority of your audience is not. They are learning from your excellent videos. I am extremely disciplined and will always keep cash for a rainy day. Martyn, you are a teacher of margin, and the majority of your audience is not. What Tim is implying, and he's right. He's right. My methodology, if you like, my principles, my ideas only work if you have discipline and structure. They don't work. He's absolutely right. They do not work. My system does not work if you borrow money you cannot afford. If you are over your head. Got some breaking news.
Artificial intelligence. He was one of the first people I ever explained artificial intelligence to. This is an extraordinary time for him and time for India because it's a reset of the whole computing stack.
Now, I also asked him if he discussed with Modi clearing up some of that bureaucratic red tape American companies.
Okay, if there's any more of that, I'll bring it to you.
He said it's not a problem for NVIDIA.
I haven't really experienced that. NVIDIA has been in India for almost 25 years. Our design centers are in Bangalore, Pune, Hyderabad. Really fantastic engineering capability there. Almost 10,000 NVIDIA engineers are in India. They do every single aspect of our engineering, and so they've been a part of our company since the very beginning.
I also caught up with IBM's Krishna out of that meeting, and he praised the meeting, told me a bit also about the delicate dance of doing business in India, even though that country is tacitly supportive of Russia by buying cheaper oil from there. Take a listen.
Countries are going to do what benefits each country. So you got to put those things a little bit to the side and say, is there any national security threat? So let's look at the major things. If you look at the geopolitical lens, doing cooperation between India and the US is going to be strengthening both these nations to the point where then you can go take care of all the other secondary issues.
And guys, just a few other little details from our Seema Modi, who had sources inside that meeting. Modi giving Alphabet's Sundar Pichai praise for committing to invest $20 billion in India, pointing to investments in India.
David Ewan, I'm doing all the pictures when I take a break, so please make sure you've sent it to me. Hopefully I've saved it, David Ewan. Send it again into Discord, please, into the breakfast bar. Do it right now, and I'll save it right now, okay? But I might have it already on file, but because you've mentioned it, just do that, and I'll check I've got it. But yeah, it's going to get done. We don't have margin in the UK, Martin. Otherwise, I would be keeping 5% of my portfolio in cash. I wouldn't be keeping my portfolio. You don't have margin in the UK. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Your brokerage doesn't, but of course it does. Businesses borrow money all over the world, not just in the US. Good morning, Lucas Aid. Siren sounding on video. I'm so worried. They have just 88% of market share. The sky is falling. Computer tech gone obsolete. I think I will hold, says Matt Dillon. Are you being sarcastic, Matt Dillon? You work that out for yourself, mate. Right, okay. Robinhood UK on Trading 212 don't have it. Robinhood UK or Trading 212 don't have it. Robinhood UK don't have anything at the moment. I have a Robinhood UK account as well, as you all know. They don't have anything at the moment because the app's new and they haven't rolled it out. You're absolutely right. Trading 212, I don't use it. I can't comment. So, but there are others. NVIDIA rocket ship launching today. Says KK. All right. Okay, well, we got 8 minutes to go. Let's just check what's going on here.
But there's really not much indication of what demand looks like for that Copilot product. That's another thing they could have an advantage on, but so far that hasn't really broken through, Carl.
Yeah, between that Copilot event the other day, Dreamforce definitely getting
Okay, we just got a few minutes before the bell goes. Let's do some maintenance. Are you ready? Let's rock and roll. Let's get 100 likes before the bell goes. Are you ready? Let's go. 100 likes before the bell goes. Let's bring it over here. You ready? How many people are watching? 140 watching, 147 watching. Great opening bell show this morning. 147, 46 likes. The most we can get is about 75 because our audience in India just don't sign to Google for some bizarre reason. You ready? 46. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 46 is now 53. So we maybe get another 10, 15, and then we'll top out. Let's see if we can get that. You ready? Everyone tap the like button. Let's get it. We get 100 likes. YouTube will share this stream out and suggest it. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the last week of live shows. I'm going on vacation. Let's make the most of it. Let's go. 53. 68. There we go. I think maybe just 2 more might be the maximum we can get. 151. Yeah, 2 more would be about as much as we're going to get. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have now got 70 likes. 75 likes now and 2 down likes. You can't see this, but I can see it on my other screens. We got 75, 81 up likes and 2 down likes. Thank you very much indeed. I wish I could share the screen, but I can't. 81 up likes. 80 likes. 81 it says here. And 2 down likes. Thank you very much indeed. That's as good as we could possibly get. All right. Thank you very much indeed. You always get someone who wants to say it's rubbish. That's absolutely fine. I probably think your videos are rubbish as well. So we're even there. All right. Okay. Thank you very much indeed. Cheers, guys. All right. Let's have a look. Sent pics in breakfast bar. Oh, I think I just had a cup of coffee. Can I just give you this, Leah? Thank you very much. Everything all right? Good. Coffee's arrived. Here's my black mug, look. This is the black mug. Make sure you wash this one by hand. This isn't a dishwasher one. It can get damaged in the dishwasher, the black one. It's best to wash by hand, that one. Right. All the mugs and T-shirts and everything else are below the video. Right. So David Ewan. I've got some Intel news as well. So breakfast bar, David Ewan. Thank you, David. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. I'm going to use that one. That is awesome. David, thanks, mate. This will be added to the show. So save image as David Ewan. There you go. Thank you, David. Appreciate that. You got the anniversary. Oh, you got the flask. You got the flask. Very cool. I love it. Oh my gosh, look. He got, look at that. He got 2. He got the small one and the bigger one. Look at that. Thank you, David. 3rd anniversary. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that a lot. I'm going to grab that one as well then. I might use that one instead. Save image, David. So make sure you've sent in your pictures. If you're not sure, send it in to me. Oops, David Ewan 1. There you go. Because I'm going on my vacation. I'm going to update all of this stuff. Okay. Excellent. 3 minutes to go. And you're in the background. Oh, and I didn't even think about that. Hang on. I didn't even think about it. Sorry. Have I got time? Oh, yeah. I see that. Oh, yeah. That's really good. Look at that. It's really weird when you see yourself like this. So there's David. Like the lemons, by the way. Look at that. I'm on the telly. Look at that. That is cool. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. I'll be using that one. Thank you, David, for that. Right. Okay. I didn't realize that. Now I do. Okay. 2 minutes to go. We're getting ready. Anyone interested in phone booth technology? Phone booth technology. Now then, you will notice there's no money gone in my portfolio yet because I get paid on the 21st, which means because of the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, I get paid today and I get paid at midday. So I get paid once a month on YouTube. Once a month on YouTube, I get paid. That's my job. That's my income. So at midday today, between the opening and closing bell, I will get money and I will then be able to bring in my cash, my money, and pay down my margin. So what will happen is my margin will go down, my balance will go up, and you will see that this afternoon. So I'm excited about that. I love payday and be able to reduce my margin. Now, remember, if someone ever criticizes you, you're just putting money in. Of course, you're putting money in. This is not a cash machine. You do not invest unless you have income, whether it's $1 or $1 million. Of course, you put money in. Of course, you reduce margin with your income. That's what you do. So, of course, I'm going to put money in from my job. Everybody does that. That's what you do. So, just so we understand that. Okay, 1 minute to go. Let's get ready to rock and roll.
Now, because we've heard the final arguments for that preliminary injunction, she says the merger will lead to higher prices at the grocery store, and it's that political environment that this deal is trying to happen in. Rodney McMullen, the CEO of Kroger, says under oath that prices will come down for consumers at the grocery store if they are allowed to merge. Why? Because there's a price gap.
Here we go.
Charges more. They have higher margins.
I love the way everyone gets excited. Scream, shout, go mental.
Kroger says people shop everywhere for groceries. At Costco, on Amazon, at Whole Foods. It's very different. So, Lena Kong clearly...
Ring the bell.
Let's get the opening bell here in the CNBC real-time exchange. With the big board, it is the president of Argentina.
We're off to the races.
Woohoo! At the NASDAQ,
let's have a look at where we are today.
Including Laureen Powell-Jobs and Tom Steyer celebrating New York Climate Week.
Fantastic. We're off to the races. Our portfolio is green again. We're not quite all-time highs, but we will be this afternoon when we get paid. We're going to bring a bit more in, reduce the margin. We'll set new all-time highs, of course. 116,353. Let's go for all our positions. There is some NVIDIA warnings. We're going to talk about NVIDIA obviously this morning. There is warnings as well for the banks. There's issues there. There's lots to talk about and worry about. If you are a worrier, if you are an investor, you're not worried at all. You sleep every night perfectly fine. Thank you very much. Let's go through all our positions. Here we go. The S&P is up again today. Fantastic. S&P Global just down very slightly. Virgin Galactic down today, 0.48, 6.25. Palantir, it was down. It's very expensive though. Jim Cramer says it's not even a real stock. It's a meme stock. Well, it is a meme. It trades like a meme stock, but it's not a meme stock. It's the most ridiculous statement I've ever heard. Jim Cramer is always doing whatever he can to get you to watch his show. Gold is up today. Fantastic. Amazon is flat right now. Was up earlier. It's going to be up again in a minute by the looks of things. Apple just trimming off after their AI day. We want to see how much money it makes when we'll find that out in October. Next Era Energy won't make any money from me. I'm just the owner of the company. Won't be buying a new iPhone. I'll tell you that for a fact. Next Era Energy up 0.37. Enphase Energy a 2x to 3x. I love it. Next earnings. Look out. All the interest rates coming down. More people are queuing up now to buy solar. Coca-Cola. Defensive, selling off a little bit to move into the high-tech stocks. J&J, a $200 stock. Chevron Oil up 0.64. Stephen Lewandowski probably likes that. Tesla, 243, firing away, up 2% today. Elon Musk says it will probably be the biggest company in the world. Is he right? Rivian, going the opposite direction. Don't touch it. It could go bankrupt. Look at that. Rivian selling off big today. And it always follows Tesla. Today, it's doing the opposite. Look at that. That's a worrying sign. McDonald's just about to hit $300. You can never pay too much for land. Look at TPL, Texas Pacific Land, best stock in the world. Google, one of the best stock for in the Mag 7 for valuation. All right, Google going up. Microsoft going down today. NVIDIA holding up. I like it. All this going down, but NVIDIA's holding up. Wait for the earnings. Walmart, great business, going up. Tilray Brands down again, 171. Good buy at this level. Robinhood going up. They're making a lot of money now. More and more people are using margin. Just be very wise how you do it. IonQ going down. Rocket Lab is up today. Rocket Lab is up 1.67. Plug Power, it's kind of barcoding. I think it probably is, actually. We'll watch it again. Is it barcoding? Let's see if it falls over again. It needs to sell just there. Will it do it? Will it do it? A lot of manipulation with plug power at the moment. Rumble, no value to it at all, in my opinion. Funware, the same thing. Popularity contest for Donald Trump. Very risky stock. Faraday Future going to zero. Every day it goes lower. Bitcoin, I sold it all at 70,000. XRP is also down today. And Intel, it's starting to sell off those gains. Let's have a quick look at Donald Trump stock, DJT. I'm going to guess it's down because Rumble, yeah, there you go. There you go. It just keeps on going down. There's no value here. It doesn't make any money. It just keeps losing money. And every reason to think Donald Trump could be shorting his own stock. But we shall see. I don't know if that's true or not. All right, no idea. Right, okay, now then. Of course it was sarcasm, Martin. Absolutely right. I said straight away, didn't I? With 80% of market share, NVIDIA will only hurt when the others finally catch up to them. NVIDIA earning are on the 14th of November, a little bit far away. No, I like that. I like that because it gives it time to. It gives it time for all the Blackwell money to flow through. I have no problem with that. Anyway, any thoughts on cash out of refi on a home if you can get better rate than margin? Any thoughts on cash out of refinancing on home? You never refinance your home. No, you don't refinance your home because then you put stress upon yourself. No, you don't borrow against your house to invest on the stock market. I know people do, but what they do is they borrow against their rental properties. They don't borrow against their home because it's all about emotion. It's all about sentiment. If you are borrowing against your house, the one that you live in, and then the stock market crashes, you get stressed. You get stressed. When you get stressed, you make bad decisions. Now, I'm really glad that Mike came straight back and went, no, agreed, Martin. Absolutely not. You can borrow against your rental properties, your business assets. You don't borrow against your home. You keep the castle safe, the moat around the castle. You don't invite the enemy into the castle. You don't do that. That would be a bad idea, all right? Not because it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea because of how it will make you feel. That's why it's a bad idea. The human element there is the unpredictable part. And, you know, that is a definite no on your home.
We're still under 4% on the 10-year, which I think people see as encouraging. I was just looking for individual stocks today, if there was follow-through on Nike, because of the huge announcement that came Thursday after the market closed, and I wasn't here on Friday. So I'm curious to discuss it with you guys, but a little give back today, 1.25%. A lot of excitement, and over the weekend, speaking to sources inside Nike, overnight, the morale changes as the company announces it's bringing back 32-year veteran Elliott Hill to become the next CEO. That's going to happen on October 14th. Before that, though, Nike's going to report earnings on October 1st, and today there are questions about what that's going to look like. Are they going to reset earnings and guidance lower because they have this new CEO coming, and because the trends have not been favorable for Nike on the innovation and growth side, especially in China, where the macro is weak, we know, but also in North America, where there are questions about how much market share they're losing. Look, they're still huge. They're still the giant player in the room, and there's a lot of optimism that what's new is old, what's old is new again, bringing back Elliott Hill, who understands product, understands what sells in the marketplace, understands the unique culture of Nike, things that John Donahoe, the CEO, is criticized to have not done, will bring back that kind of growth momentum, the brand heat that is so important for the growth story of Nike going forward. But in the meantime, for instance, JP Morgan this morning opens a negative catalyst watch on earnings of October 1st because of the reality of numbers. You know, it's great that they're bringing in this guy that everyone seems really excited about inside and outside the company, but it's going to take a while to see what the strategy is toward returning to growth and towards pivoting away from some of what's been. I guess, Mike, also you look at valuation of Nike and you wonder how much damage has been done and what the numbers reflect at this point.
Yeah, and how reluctant the street might be to kind of give back that big premium that the company used to trade at. Now, relative to the market, it's rarely been this modestly valued in recent history, so it's not as if the bar is that high. Yeah, you always have the question of people embrace the CEO change, but you have to ask,
Intel
what was the sense of urgency
standby.
that catalyzed the CEO change? And so I think that's where the JP Morgan call comes in, which is a little bit of a rough go in terms of market share and things like that in the near term. But seems like the initial verdict of the market was good move, probably positive long term. We'll see how it plays out. There you see what's that, a 5-year chart? Or no, that's a 20-year chart.
Although today, B of A ups on holding to neutral. Strong brand heat and white space opportunities helping to fuel top-line growth, translating into higher margins. So it is only to neutral, but the idea...
Okay, I've got some Intel news here sent in from Fight Channel. Thank you, Fight Channel, for sending in. If you want to be one of my researchers, you can. It's part of being a member. You get access to Discord, and we want to share this with you right now. Here we go. So, Qualcomm. Okay, here we go. Qualcomm, Intel. Let me check my time. Thank you, Fight. I've used the news that you sent in, but just in a slightly different way. So thank you very much for sending that in. 1 hour 6. 1 hour 6. INTC. INTC. Okay, here we go. Last week of the show, folks. Then we take an October off. So stand by. Intel news coming up. Okay. Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. We've been covering Intel the last couple of days, and we've got some more information for you now, just out. Do tap the like button if you like this information, and consider subscribing to our channel. We go live 12 hours a day. We aim to be the most honest, real channel in the world. I have the highest engagement rate of any channel in the world. 98% of my live viewers are members, higher than Mr. Beast and Meet Kevin and Bloomberg combined. Go and check it out on... Social Blade. I'm here not to pump and dump stocks or even to sell anything of my own. Everything is provided here for my members and free of charge. I am here owning the S&P. I don't pump and dump stocks, but I do like to share the news, the facts with everybody and give everyone a voice, answer everyone's questions, and make the videos that you asked me to make in the best way and the most honest way possible. So here is the information. We heard about the potential takeover from Qualcomm, but here's some very latest information only out a few seconds ago, sent in by one of my researchers, Fight Channel. Thank you, Fight Channel. Go and check him out in October, by the way. It's got a lot of Barbie videos coming out. You'll see what I mean. Intel acquisition by Qualcomm unlikely. Apollo investment possible. Analysts say. Let's have a look here. We heard this rumor about a Qualcomm takeover, and you may remember the stock on Intel popped up and it went down on Qualcomm. Well, there's a reason for that, because Qualcomm, it means a major expense for them, for their shareholders. It might be good news going forward, otherwise the management wouldn't pursue it. However, initially it goes down because they're going to spend a lot of money. However, for a struggling company like Intel, that was good news. The stock popped up. That's why we get the reverse of each of the companies. However, we've now got this information, and it may not be happening, but it might be happening with another company. Let's have a look. Intel being acquired by Qualcomm appears unlikely. Remember what we said remember what we said when we broke the news for you on Friday night? We literally broke the news as it happened, the stock swung 10%. And I said, don't chase it. It's a buy the rumor, sell the news. What happened? Half of the gains came back down again. So be very, very careful if you are buying that. I don't mind buying on the way up when I know something is going to be more. I don't chase a stock. Never, ever chase a stock. Intel being acquired by Qualcomm appears unlikely, according to multiple investment firms, despite reports indicating discussions between the semiconductor companies last week. Similar to other proposed mega deals that were unable to clear high regulatory hurdles, such as NVIDIA's bid to acquire ARM Holdings, Broadcom's ADGO proposal to acquire Qualcomm, and Qualcomm's attempt to acquire NXP Semiconductors. Everyone's acquiring everybody. Why don't we all just become one giant big company run by me? There we go. And then we can all just get over ourselves, all right? Anyway, there's a thought for you. Leave your comments below. Should we end up taking over all these companies and I'd be the CEO and the president? What the hell? Let's go the whole way of the United States. Let's do it. Let's conquer the world like a big villain. We believe that a Qualcomm INTC deal would be unlikely to garner regulatory approval, said Stifel analyst Ruben Roy, and in an investor note. Such an acquisition would allow Qualcomm to diversify into more semiconductor markets and bring in strategic enterprise clients. It would also create the largest semiconductor company on the planet, with Qualcomm's $33 billion revenue combined with Intel's $52 billion, according to Bank of America. However, we believe the challenges overwhelm the potential benefits with tough regulatory environments, specifically in China, which historically has taken years to even consider medium-sized transactions. So scale CPU dominance works against the potential Qualcomm-Intel combination, said Bank of America analyst led by Vivek Arya. Both companies are extremely reliant on China's sales. China's sales, a whole different situation there, is the difficulties facing China right now. China serves as Intel's largest market, accounting for 26% of its revenue in 2023. Meanwhile, approximately 60% of Qualcomm's revenue in 2023 came from China and Hong Kong. Qualcomm sales to Chinese smartphone makers increased 40% over the first half of fiscal 2024. Intel also has $50 billion plus in debt. We shared with you the analysis on the previous video. Go and check that out. We shared you the whole balance sheet of the company. You might want to go and have a little look at that. I'm just watching the wires for some breaking news. I'll bring this into the show. This is important.
Manufacturing PMI 47.0. We're expecting a number well over 48. In the rearview mirror, 47.9. This is the
manufacturing
weakest in June
PMI
of last year. Now, if we look at the services, it is above 50, 55.4, but it's still the weakest since, well, just July of this year. And if we look at the composite, 54.4, same scenario. It's over 50, but it's the softest since July of this year as well. So 2 out of 3 are above 50. Services, of course, pushing up the composite. And similar to Europe, manufacturing not doing well. Think Germany here. And some highlights to keep and pay attention to. We do have 2s, 5s, and 7s.
Okay, some breaking news there. Just to add to this video about Intel, I just wanted to bring that to you as we were covering this story. However, now, we're talking about Qualcomm might not get the deal. What about Apollo? Apollo opportunity. Separately, Apollo Global, APO, has considered investing such as $5 billion in Intel. Wells Fargo said a merger between Intel and Qualcomm has a low probability, but an equity-like investment from Apollo is much more feasible. We think an Apollo investment would be a positive sign of confidence. However, the extent of existing shareholder dilution would be a key consideration, said Wells Fargo analyst Aaron Rakers in an investor note. As a reminder, in June, Intel and Apollo announced an agreement in which Apollo would lead an $11 billion investment in Intel's February Fab 34 in Ireland. Apollo receiving a 49% equity interest in the JV. Okay, so we'll go back to the stock right now, and you can see that Intel is rising at the moment 2%. Qualcomm, which was down, is now rising. Now, could that be because of the belief it's not going to go through? Because it did overreact. Let me refresh the screen. You will find it's gone green. There you go. This may be the fact that people think it's not going to happen, hence the stock going up because it overreacted. When it heard about this, it dumped. It presents an opportunity to buy Qualcomm. So, I like Qualcomm. Qualcomm is a great business. You might like to buy Qualcomm right now because Qualcomm overreacted and sold off on the news. Let's remember, if it's a good deal, ultimately Qualcomm will go and set new highs. It would be good, okay? If it doesn't come off, doesn't matter, it's going to go back to the trajectory it was on before because it got oversold. So Qualcomm could be a buy for you right now if you are looking to diversify, maybe in an overreaction. Whichever way, I mean, whatever. You might like semiconductors anyway, and it doesn't really matter to you, but you got a bit of a discount right now. So anyway, there you go. Breaking news. I want to thank Fight Channel for sending that in. And thank you very much indeed. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Also, I'd like to suggest that you go and check out the full Intel video, because over here I did analysis on it. I shared with you the balance sheet, the profit, the loss, and another perspective as well. Its markets, its debt position. I'll put that here, and down here I will put my new psychology of investing. You know, I did a video about the psychology of investing recently. Well, I just recorded a new one today, and that is cash king or is cash trash? Cash or not to cash? That's the question down here. I'll put that there. That's part 2 of the psychology of investing. All right, go and check that out. In the meantime, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Right. Okay. Back to the main portfolio. Yes, we're green again. Very close to all-time highs. In fact, we're just touching all-time. Did we get to 117,000? I can't remember now. We were very, very close to an all-time. I think we're just touching the all-time high. I think it was 16.6, wasn't it? So obviously everything is fantastic because all-time highs are always good. Right, let me come back to here. I want to do this stock now. DJT. Going to put a huge warning out here for this stock. This is just bonkers. Let me just do this. DJT. Donald Trump media. So this is important. 117. Trump. Okay. I'm going to share with you this. Rumble and Funware. Okay. Okay. Year to date. Okay. Let's do the daily, I think. Right. Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. Should you invest in Donald Trump? Now, I want to be absolutely clear, 100% clear here today. I am a green card holder. I am about to apply, though, for my US citizenship. Hooray! I'm going to become well, at least I hope to become, if America will accept me, I'm hoping to become a US citizen. Very, very proud to say that as well. Very, very nice indeed. But at the moment, I'm a green card holder, and my channel is about providing information, impartial, factual, based upon nothing other than facts, and I've got no affiliation with either party. I'm not Trump, I'm not Harris, I'm neutral, bringing you the news. I simply want to present the facts for investors of a good strategy, not to promote one argument or the other, just to tell you as it is, simple as that. Now, we don't have a Harris stock to review. If we did, I would do it. But we have a Trump stock. And I want to give some warnings here for those of you that are interested in Trump Media and Technology Group. This is Donald Trump's stock, DJT. Is it a good investment? Is it a good idea? Well, as you can see, it's down today. It's trending down all the time. It's continually trending down. I have done a deep analysis on this stock. This is not what this video is. I've gone into the balance sheet, the margins, the profits, the gains. We've already reviewed that. We're not doing that right now unless anyone who watches this video comments and says to me, could you do a new review on it? And if you do ask me and you are a member, I will do it for you. However, that's not what we're doing right now. I've already established the stock doesn't make any money. Its debts are out of control. It doesn't do anything, all right? What this stock is, what no doubt about it, is a popularity vote, popularity contest. Is Donald Trump popular or not? That's what this stock is. Donald Trump, on his own rallies, encourages people to buy this stock. I don't know how he gets away with that. Technically, that should be illegal, SEC regulations, because you can't promote your own stock. And let's be honest, I think anyone who's an investor, whether you are Trump or Harris, would agree, standing in a crowd cheering and waving for your favorite politician isn't probably the best time to be told what to invest in. Buy a hat, a souvenir, a t-shirt, a flag. That's all very well and good. But buying a stock while excited at an event, probably not. Can you imagine Taylor Swift standing on stage saying, everybody buy my stock, everybody buy my records, okay, but buy my stock, maybe not right. I don't know. You decide that. That's up to you. That's only my opinion. But what I want to put to you now is this, okay? This stock doesn't make any money. People say if they are a Trump supporter, they buy it. People say if they're a Harris supporter, they short it. Kind of makes sense, all right? People are like, fighting amongst each other, if you like. I mean, that's what this stock's all about. But I'm going to share some evidence with you that it's related to other stocks, so stand by. If you like this video, please do tap the like button, whichever party you vote for. I'm just giving financial information here. This is not political whatsoever. There are a couple of other stocks related to this stock, which are also popularity stocks. Popularity stocks to do with the popularity and the chances of Trump becoming the president. Let me show you. There are a couple I can bring to mind. Rumble. Rumble is a broadcasting software. It's like YouTube. It tries to be YouTube, if you like, but it says it gives a free voice. Unlike YouTube, apparently has restrictions. I'm a full-time broadcaster on YouTube. I don't see any restrictions. I say what I want. I'm not offensive. I'm not abusive. I don't swear or do anything illegal. So I don't seem to have any problem. But Rumble was created on the basis of you can be free. I feel pretty free on YouTube, but that's their belief. This stock is all around Donald Trump. If Donald Trump wins and he does well, the stock is supposed to go up. It doesn't. Even though I'm on Rumble, I've stopped broadcasting to it because I wasn't making any money at all. It's not as free as you think it is because they pay certain creators sponsorship to do it. That's how they make their money. They don't pay me anything, and I make nothing. Literally make nothing at all. I earned a couple, like 2 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents a day. I stopped broadcasting on it. It was a waste of time. Whereas YouTube don't sponsor anyone, but you get paid if you deliver content that people want to watch. So which one works for you? I don't know. Rumble doesn't make any money. That way, it can't pay its creators any money. It's got some money to sponsor certain ones to make it look like it's popular. It actually isn't. The stock keeps going down and down and down because it doesn't make any money, and it's all about whether Donald Trump wins the election or not. Any business, in my opinion, based upon a popularity of one person is a really bad business. Because if you are a business that is reliant on a certain character winning an election or a popularity contest, you've just halved your audience. I think that's ridiculous. Coca-Cola isn't going to come out and put a picture of Donald Trump or Kamala Harris on the front of the can, is it? Because half the country are going to go, I'm not going to buy Coke. It doesn't make any sense. Businesses, profitable businesses, don't do that, right? Those that are all in on one political view do that. But of course, you only win if your man wins or woman wins, but also you've only got half the country in your favor. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's a very bad business model. Anyway, Rumble has that business model, and it's following DJT exactly. Just down, 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 down. And remember, just out of context, Donald Trump has gone bankrupt at least 6 times. So just bear that in mind. He doesn't have a problem with going bankrupt. So just bear that in mind. It's very important to remember that. Funware is the other one. Funware is also based upon Donald Trump's success, and it popped up when it first came out, but you can see it's been trailing down ever since. Exactly the same trajectory as the others. Exactly the same. Very volatile, up and down, but keeps trending down. All right? I think we can all agree. Look at that. I mean, do you want to see a worse chart? There probably isn't a worse chart. It looks like a heartbeat. One beat, boom, dead. Right? So be very, very careful. These stocks are all related to this one, Trump Media. They're all businesses around the principle of popularity. Nobody, Apple, Microsoft, Google, the S&P 500, Bitcoin, if you want to put it that way, no business or asset wants to be political or one side of the argument. You can argue that they might have political affiliations. I don't know. I don't know the CEO votes for. I don't care. But the business model is about delivering product and services, not success whether somebody wins an election or not. So, the end of the day, this is what I'm going to finalize with this on this video. If Donald Trump's stock was good and it was worth anything at all, why? I'll go back to this. I'll go back here. If, and this is the moment when I'm presuming, we don't know, there's no way we can tell, I'm presuming when Trump supporters say, I want to buy it, they buy it here. Whether they're influenced, whether they're told to do it, whether it's like a big rally going on or whatever, for whatever reason, right? They buy it. They think, they believe that Trump will win the election. That's fair enough. They believe that. So they all buy the stock. They love Donald Trump. They buy the stock. Great. Popularity contest. Not a business. Doesn't make any money, but you all buy it. If you then believe and you have the conviction that Donald Trump's going to win the election and it's a great stock and I want to own it and I want to support him, why do you then dump it all? Because if you didn't, it would keep going up or at least stay level. It doesn't. The very people that say it's great, they buy it and dump it. Buy it, dump it. Buy it, dump it. Lower and lower and lower. Because fundamentally, it doesn't make any money. But what I don't understand, I've never understood this, and I've said this a lot in videos, there's no honor amongst thieves. We've seen the same thing for FFIE, Mullen. We've seen the same thing for GameStop. Bankrupt, broken businesses that don't do anything attract a bunch of scavengers to try to promote a stock, to tell everybody it's great, to buy it, to pump it up, just to dump it again. Where's the belief? So if you are a Trump supporter and you love this and you're buying it to support your man, great, buy it and hold it. Because if you dumped it, you didn't believe in it in the first place, did you? Fundamentally, from an investor, don't buy it because it makes no sense because it doesn't make any money. If you're shorting it, if you're, I presume, a Harris investor, a Harris supporter, and you're shorting the stock, why would you want to keep shorting this stock when it's already worth nothing? You're going to lose in a minute because at some point, someone's going to buy it and pump it again. No matter which side of the argument you are on, this is a very, very dangerous, toxic stock. I don't understand the purpose of it. It just seems a bit of a laugh, a bit of a joke, bit of fun. And I don't think money and investing is funny. I think it's very serious. I value every penny and I don't gamble money. I would rather walk into a casino than play this game. Because at least in a casino, I've got 50-50 chance of winning. Every time I flip the coin, 50-50 chance. This stock doesn't have that. Because, yes, if people buy it, it goes up. If they short it, it goes down. 50-50, right? Is Trump going to win the election? 50-50. I don't know. Don't know. Completely impartial. I've got no idea. But on top of that, the stock has no value. So ultimately, it's going to zero because it doesn't have any value. That's inevitable. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't make any money. It's never going to make any money. No problem with that. Trump's had no problem with going bankrupt 6 times. This is number 7. That doesn't matter. So don't buy it for that reason. But all you're doing now is you're buying it with your fellow Trump supporters who aren't really supporting Trump because the moment it goes up, they dump it. Kamala Harris supporters, they're all shorting it. So they're going to lose in a minute because when the Trump supporters pump it, it's going to dump again. From a financial standpoint, this is a really bad idea. And if you didn't believe me, I just showed you the correlation between that, Funware, and Rumble. They're all doing exactly the same thing. They're all following the same trajectory. They all don't make any money. They all serve no purpose. Please be careful. If you want to support Trump, if you want to support Harris, my suggestion would be go to a rally, buy a t-shirt, buy a hat, buy a flag, wave it, get excited, do your campaigning and vote for them. Buying their stock, Harris I don't believe has a stock. If someone says they do, let me know. But buying a stock like this is worse than going into a casino, and you'll never see me in a casino. So I definitely ain't buying this. Respect your money. Don't gamble with your own money thinking you're helping anyone. There's every reason to believe Donald Trump's quite smart. He's shorting his own stock. So you're just giving him money just to go down the toilet. I don't get it. Anyway, click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Leave me your thoughts. Is it a great investment? Do you think it's helping anybody? I have no idea. I wouldn't buy it. Over here, more information. Down here, my new psychology investing. We did one the other day, the whole psychology investing, how to invest. Here, we talk about cash is king, or is it? That's down here. Till next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Right. Right then, let me come back to here. All-time highs again. Lovely stuff. Making money again. Let's read your comments that I may have missed. Hi, James. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you very much. That wonderful. Please subscribe to Martyn's music channel. Yes, thank you so much. We're trying to raise millions for charity, and we can do it. I need to set up my Stream Deck. Just bear with me. Wish this would remember. Just bear with me. YouTube, Martyn Lucas Investor. It used to be you'd said it once and it would remember it. But now it's every day I've got to do it again. So extra. Continue. Continue. And I thought after the new update, because I've had the OS 18 on my Mac, isn't it? I thought after that it might fix itself, but not. There you go. That's how to become a member. There you go. It's working now. There's the X account. There's the all links. There's Discord. That'll do. Oh, the music channel. That's what I was going to give you. Yes. If you could also... Oh, look at my portfolio. We're about to hit another all-time high again. If you can subscribe to my music channel, we're trying to raise millions of dollars for charity. As we pass $10,000, YouTube turn on charitable giving. And it would be fantastic if you could subscribe to it. Thank you. Right. Let me check this a minute. Not working. Got some weird stuff going on. Anyway, Lumen cores are both up 15% to me. Savage, good morning to you. Good morning. Apollo offers, don't forget you can subscribe to Savage Faith Creations, of course. They are on the homepage of our channel. All our silver members are. Savage Faith is a silver member of the channel. And that's Stacey Bailey. Her page is on the channel. Oh, Qualcomm news. Let's share this.
Certainly there are plenty of synergies. You're talking $52 billion in revenues, but you're also talking roughly $50-odd billion in debt that Qualcomm would be taking on. There's Stacey Raskin, who we have on frequently.
Some more breaking news here for Qualcomm on Intel. Let's listen in.
Influential of semiconductor analysts. He says, don't do it, Qualcomm. It seems very risky to us, given the uncertain returns, the amount of time it would take. Even if you got China, it conceivably would take years. And B of A weighing in with a similar sort of refrain of, yeah, we get it. There's certainly benefits, but, you know, the way, how long it would take, the confusion that it would potentially create would give even more of a lead to Intel competitors who've, of course, Carl, already been benefiting from that company's, as we've pointed out so many times with Jim in particular, who's been correctly critical of them for years. It's just been a sad saga, frankly, in the midst of a turnaround under CEO Pat Gelsinger that is going to extend for years to come, potentially.
Whose comp has been notable for different reasons, namely its size, and then even attempts to introduce new clients, so to speak. People point out, well, AWS has been working with them for some time. What's really new about this iteration of business?
Right. That was the latest announcement, of course, that we got in terms of a potential chip. Yeah, it's a long period of time with an enormous amount of capital investment required by Intel. We've talked often about how constrained they conceivably are. One reason why they bring in the likes of an Apollo or a Brookfield to help them finance these new fabs that they are planning on building. Apollo also figuring into the weekend's news as well. Bloomberg reporting that that company at least looking to potentially make as much as a $5 billion investment in Intel. If you go back to my interview with Apollo Global CEO Mark Rowan from last week, they have 4,000 people who do nothing but try to originate credit for the most part, but deals at Apollo. So you might imagine, if they, especially given the existing relationship, if they can figure out a way to structure something they think Apollo needs that would benefit them, that's sort of a hybrid security between debt and equity, they may pursue it. Doesn't mean it's going to happen.
They also, it was pointed out in the article, have a almost $1 billion investment in Western Digital, so some experience in the chips sector specifically. I do wonder if that makes it less likely that Intel would have to pursue a deal with a Qualcomm if they get this sort of equity investment.
It's not clear to me at all that Intel was the one that obviously, first of all, they were not the one that reached out. It was Qualcomm, which I believe a couple of years ago also had interest. I remember at the time, at least, I didn't report it, but reporting on it, that there was at least some interest and perhaps an approach was made back then. And then there's Broadcom also. Again, if Intel were to decide, you know what, we got to sell ourselves or we got to figure something out, there might be other potential suitors. Although, again, all of them come with a significant amount of difficulty in terms of getting.
Sounds like a lengthy regulatory review process.
You're not kidding.
Let's turn back to the broader markets.
There we go. So that's some breaking news there on Intel. It could take a long time. The stock I see is going back up again now. Let's look at the broader markets. As you can see, I'm about to break another all-time high again. It's becoming a habit, this. Always making money, never losing money. Fantastic. Very, very good indeed. So there you go. I've just done 2 extra videos on the story between Qualcomm, Apollo, done a full analysis with some breakdown of the financials of the company as well. Some 2 stories for you. So I'm going to put the links up there. Down below in the description, I'll put the links for the videos and in the pin to the comments as well. Over here, I've got 2. I've got when we first broke the news about the Intel deal and in an NVIDIA relationship as well, over here. And down here, I've got the Apollo update that I just recorded this morning. So 2 Intel videos going down here. Go and check them out. There's a lot of volatility here in the market around this stock. It might present some opportunity. Qualcomm's going back up again after the rumor perhaps is going to fade away. I don't know. There's money to be made here, though. Pay your money to take your choice. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Let's have a look. Stephen Lewandowski, good morning to you. Good morning, Stephen. Oil and gas, thank you for the RW. If Roaring Kitty can get away with it, Trump can. Anyone can play those sort of games. It's just whether you want to or not, really, isn't it? Brian Bynum, yes, 100 likes. Thank you very, very much indeed. Yes, 102 now. 102 up likes and 3 down likes. It's amazing to watch you spend an entire day explaining what shorting is, but seem unable to realize DGT is being shorted, not pumped and dumped. I just said it was being shorted. I said it was being shorted by Harris supporters. You mean I'm assuming Trump supporters wouldn't short their own stock? I mean, I'm assuming they wouldn't do that. But then, like I said, people do, right? I mean, whichever way you look at it, I did explain all that. Good morning to you. You buy GGT to own a piece of history, like a painting. Do not buy a lot of it. Only a little. You buy Donald Trump stock to own a piece of history. Well, it will be history because it will go to zero the way it is at the moment. Like a painting. Well, you do realize this. Oh my gosh! I hang on a minute. I gotta do that. I gotta cover that. If that's how you feel, that needs to be expressed. If that's what you feel, then I'm very happy to give you the floor and announce that to the world. If that's what you really think, I will share your thoughts with the world. 141. Blimey. I wouldn't look at the world like that if I was you. Okay. DJT stock, Trump Media and Technology Group. I've just received a comment from a viewer, not a member. We would never get a comment like this from a member of the channel, I can tell you right now. This came from someone just watching the show called Will Berry. Now, it doesn't matter what side of the argument you are. It doesn't matter who you vote for. Remember, I'm completely neutral. This is a very, very bad idea to look at stocks like this. Will Berry, as I repeat, not a member. He would have a badge next to his name, so we don't know who this is. You buy DJT to own a piece of history, like a painting. Do not buy a lot of it, only a little. Again, my members, the investors who have been here for 3 years, we study stock, we study the principles of investing, would never make a statement like that. This is not a member of our channel. Could be a bot, could be a scammer, or could be someone who's just making up stuff. Doesn't make any sense. Let me tell you right now, whatever stock you buy, whoever you vote for, the stock doesn't know you own it. The stock doesn't care you own it. The person who owns the business, the CEO, don't care you own it. It's not a piece of history unless you want to go, it's going to be sent into history, because the chances of this stock going to zero are extremely high. Why? Because Donald Trump has made 6 businesses already go bankrupt. This could be the 7th one, at least 7th. There could be more. But also, the stock doesn't make any money. So maybe he means going into history, as in the stock going to zero. So be very, very careful if you are considering that. But owning it as a piece of history, a stock, remember, is a piece of money, is a physical piece of your cash invested in that business with the principle of growing that piece of cash into more cash. You're buying a business. You are not buying a badge or a souvenir or a piece of history or a flag or a painting, because let me tell you, he did also say it's like buying a painting. If you own a painting, you keep it. It's a physical thing. You own it. Buying any stock is not like buying a piece of history, like a painting. If you like Trump and you want to support Trump, go to his rallies, vote for him, buy his hats, buy a t-shirt, buy a flag. Don't buy a stock which is being shorted to death, which has no value at all. It doesn't make anything, doesn't profit anything, and the debt surrounding it is off the charts. So I have to disagree. That is really not a good thing to say to anybody. Buy Donald Trump stock. It's like owning a painting, and it's like owning a piece of history. That is one of the most ridiculous comments I've ever heard about investing. Please do not follow that information. If you want to hear the full story of why Donald Trump stock potentially, in my opinion, from a fundamental principle of value and business is going to zero, then click the video I'm going to give you now. Above my head, down below in the description, over here, I shall put it for you. And down here, I'll put my new psychology of investing. We did a new one this morning, all about, is cash king? Cash or not to cash? That is the question. Until next time, as always, the stock doesn't know you own it. It's not a piece of history. It's not a souvenir. It's simply investing. This is a very different thing than joining a fan club and buying a souvenir. Take care of yourselves and each other. Right. Blimey. I've never heard that before. I want physical gold and Trump's face on it in air. It first in air bloody ear. In air bloody... I'm not sure I know what that means. Shorting his own stock. Trump derangement syndrome at its finest. Trump derangement. What do you mean? You're the one who just said buy a piece of history. I didn't say that. You said that. You're the one who said... well, I don't know what to say. Speechless. BlackRock is Harris stock. Is that right? BlackRock is a Harris stock. Okay. So if that's true, send me some evidence of that, please. And I'd like to, again, another non-member. It's always the same. It's always the non-members who give you information that's based upon nothing at all. Please, if you want to provide information for the show and you want me to cover it and research it and dive into it, provide me the evidence and I'll report it for you. But non-members always come out with ridiculous statements, right? How can BlackRock, one of the biggest institutions in the world, right? It owns nearly everything, be one person's affiliation? It can't be. Okay, small stocks like Trump Media can, because they can be owned, and all about one side of the argument. BlackRock can't be. BlackRock would have, it's so large and so ingrained into our system that it would have pro-Trump and pro-Democrat people in the same thing. It can't possibly be a popularity contest. BlackRock is a business, an institution. I mean, it can't possibly. Think about Google, Microsoft, any main business. There'll be people who work for Apple, who work at Apple, who run Apple, who are Democrat, and there'll be people who are Trump. It's not going to be one or the other, is it? It's just going to be a business. Whereas Trump Media is Trump Media, right? So Harris isn't a popularity. BlackRock isn't a popularity business. It's been around forever, before Harris came along. Trump Media is Trump Media. That's the most silliest comment I've ever heard, and as expected from non-members. They're wanting to make one of the few Indian women in America that doesn't even hold a doctorate, the US president. Matt Dillon, you're all entitled to your opinion. Please keep it neutral. Please just be factual. Let's don't be silly. Please be factual. CCJ up 5.6%, still down 10% for me. Daily Charlotte May weddings visits. Yes, let's do it right now. We're going to come to the end of the show in a moment. Breaking all-time highs again. Look at this. All-time highs again. Just solid investing. We are now at another all-time high. I think this is where we were before. Look at that. 116,000. Started with $5,000. Never shorted a stock. Never done options. Never bought a popularity contest. And we are breaking all-time highs again just by simply... 16,702. Oh, my God. Oh, I can't. Oh, look at it rally now. Look at it rally now. $600 a day. Fantastic. Charlotte May weddings. Yes. Now, just before we carry on, I've got some great news to share with you. Oh, hang on a minute. I might have just missed that. Some good Apple news just coming out now. Look at this.
And their inventory management has become effective, and that's the reason why people are able to get them.
Yeah, they've added about 10 to 12 million more units this year than a year ago. So they were prepared for that. Now, I think in terms of pre-ordering, because there was some noise about it last week in terms of, you look at pre-orders and that was down. So I actually disagree because you had essentially 10 to 12 million more units that were available. You actually look at lead times, everything we're seeing in Asia, I think it's tracking to what will ultimately be 240 million more units or more, which would be a historical record for Apple in a year in terms of iPhone.
Okay, I just want to give one and one only to someone today trying to spread false information. Non-members do this, trolls do it, scammers, ignorant people with no knowledge or understanding. Adriana is trying to create an argument. This dude, first of all, I'm not a dude, thank you very much, is a Democrat. I am completely and utterly, listen to my words, completely and utterly neutral. I have no political affiliation here in the United States. This dude is a Democrat and hates Trump. I don't hate anyone. I do not hate Donald Trump. I'm simply telling you, financially, the stock doesn't make sense from a financial standpoint. But he talks like he's 50-50, but takes jabs at Trump every day. We're talking about the stock. We're not talking. Can anyone tell me, have we yet today or at any point on this show ever done a video about Donald Trump? Oh, crickets. No, we haven't. And we're not going to. And we never will. And we won't be doing a video on Harris or Democrats or Republicans either. This is a news investment channel. So if you're trying to provoke an argument, you're trying to show the world how stupid you are, you're doing a very good job at it because you're doing it right now. You're using stupid language like dude. I can't stand when people do that. And also, I don't hate anyone. I don't like you very much, but I talk to you every day and I engage with you. But you're always spreading false information, ill-informed information, and I don't take jabs at Trump. We've never talked about Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. We talk about the businesses, the stocks. It's an investment news channel. So your statement and your comment is absolutely absurd and ridiculous. Please come back to me with an educated response, not just nonsense and noise. Load of rubbish. Not fond of GJT. That'd be worthless painting to me. Yeah, it's a stock. It's not a painting. All right, you can't delist a painting. This is true. Let it go, Adriana. Hi, Brian, says Mike. I bought it for 54, sold it at 52. It's history, all right. DJT is a trash painting. I'd buy plug before DJT all day. Adriana, Martyn is a green card holder and cannot vote. Correct. I cannot vote. 100%. This show is completely impartial. Even people with ill-informed lack of knowledge, like this chap here, gets a voice. Let me tell you, Adriana, if you went Two, I presume you are a Trump supporter. If you went to a Harris event, you would not get a voice. In fact, if you went to a Trump event, you would not get a voice. However, here on a neutral channel, completely here for everyone, you get a voice. You've been on my show many times. Your opinions are shared to the world many times. I respond to you many times. You get your point of view and your voice across, and you get me to discuss it with you. So here you get more openness, honesty than anywhere else. So just remember that. And if you want to be stupid and offensive, you'll just get banned from the channel, and then you'll have no voice, and you can go back to being invisible again. But you can still be a Democrat even if he has a green card. Of course you can't. How the hell can I be a Democrat or a Republican without being able to vote? What a ridiculous statement that is. That's a ridiculous statement. And I think it's quite clear that I'm giving everybody a voice here, including you. Blue Horse Show loves Jiva. I'm not sure what that means. I never said he votes. No, you didn't say I vote. Correct. High RW holding Matador as long as it takes to profit. Eric Wood, Trump is a scam artist and waste of money. DJT stock is just a waste, is a latest way to get ripped off. See, again, I read everyone's comments. If you've got a comment and an opinion and a view and you want it shared and you have an argument based upon facts and education, I will share it. I will share everyone's view. If someone just told me earlier, Eric Wood is saying the stock is rubbish, he wouldn't buy it. Someone else just told me the stock is like a painting. I shared both opinions. I shared both views. And the argument I gave was based upon fundamentals of business and the stock valuation. That's it. And I showed you evidence based upon Funware and Rumble, how they correlate. I showed you the evidence. What you do is up to you. If you think that's all rubbish and you want to go out and buy the stock, be my guest. I won't be buying it, and I will consistently make profits, and I will get to $1 million on the show. You do whatever you like, and I wish you the best. I don't want you to lose your money. I'm trying to help you, though, and suggest I think you probably will. That's all I'm trying to do. It'll be a piece of history at zero. NFT of PB&J and BLT. Thank you, Kevin B. Read the whole comment. Excuse me? I've given you more airtime today than anyone. It's not the Adriana show. This isn't your show. I read as many comments as I can, but I do, and I should be right now, actually, because you're getting more airtime than anyone. I actually prioritize the members because they pay to support the show for that privilege. So I don't have to read your comments out. Name any other media that would give you a voice and you think they have to respond to you like it's your show. No one. This is the only channel in the world which gives you that. I've given you maybe 20 minutes today of my time. 20 minutes I will never get back. I have given you, and you've wasted the opportunity. I'm not a Democrat, but I do hate Trump. Every decent person should. Eric Wood. Well, I don't hate anyone. All right, just want to be clear. Harris supports are not investors. Ones that are investors are probably buying Disney. Rick McGrath. Thank you, Stephen. Welcome. Hey, Eric, stop promoting hate. Exactly. Stop promoting hate. What's your opinion on the Poet stock? Honestly, Jerry and Elba, I have not had a chance to fundamentally look at it yet. Sensei gave you his opinion from the technicals, the chart standpoint. I haven't made up my mind yet because I haven't looked at it. Anyway. Sensei did something on Poet yesterday, I believe. Yes, he did. Jerry and Elba knows that because I think he asked for it. He just wants my opinion. Thank you, Vanessa, for suggesting that. There is the Poet chart analysis done by Sensei. He did it. I've never heard of it until yesterday. Sensei brought it to our attention. And there it is. But I've not heard of it until today. And I've not had a chance to do it. Jerry, yeah, man, I grabbed 500 ports today. Tried to join Discord, but it looked weird. D-Man808, you can't join Discord because you're not a member. There's nothing weird about it, but you won't see the channels. You won't be able to use it because you're not a YouTube member or you're not a YouTube member or a Discord subscriber. That's why you can't see anything. Poet, congratulations, Martyn. You should reach 150,000 by the end of Q2 2025. Thank you very much indeed. Q2 2025, 150,000. Yes, I will definitely get there. I will definitely get to 150,000. I will be at 120,000 today. By the time I get paid today and bring in my cash today and reduce my margin, I'll be at 120 today, or thereabouts. Martyn, don't forget Jerry and Albert, super chat for Poet. Yes, I answered that question. Thank you very much, DJ Hayes, for reminding me. I gave my opinion. I have no opinion right now. Thank you, DJ Hayes, for reminding me. Very kind of you. New investor here, XRP, worth buying and holding long term. I would speak to Sensei on the Sunday show. He does the Sunday show. He is very, very connected to XRP. Speak to some of the managers of the projects, of the crypto. I don't have an opinion on XRP. I've sold all my Bitcoin. I've sold all my XRP. I'm out. I see great opportunities owning businesses. But Sensei is our expert on crypto, and he will tell you all about XRP every Sunday live in the show. I strongly recommend you join Sensei on the Sunday show, 3 p.m. Central on this channel. I support Trump. But even I'm tired of these people. Kick them out, Mike. There you go. There you go. Lance Strength. Lance Strength is a member. He's an investor. And he supports Trump. But he doesn't want to hear your stupid nonsense. There you go. That just tells you. That just shows you the level, doesn't it? Adriana, you're doing it to yourself. You're burying yourself. So just consider that. Nice sack. Will do if they keep promoting hate statements. Yes, if you say that you talk about the stock, why did you say that Trump filed for bankruptcy? You need to spell field correctly. Filed for bankruptcy 6 times. That's talking about what do you mean? What? It's a fact to do with his business acumen. He is the CEO of the stock. Isn't that important? If I bought Apple and Tim Cook had legal, if he was guilty of crimes, if he'd been found guilty of crimes, if he'd gone bankrupt half a dozen times, if he'd gone to jail, do you think I should mention it as the CEO of Apple? What do you think? Probably. Do you only invest in the name Apple, or do you invest in the business? The business is the CEO. Mullen is owned by Dave Mitchery. Dave Mitchery has gone bankrupt many times, broken many laws. That's important to know if you're investing in Dave Mitchery's business. If I told you that I had got a public company and I was going public tomorrow and you could all buy my business, and I said to you, I've gone bankrupt 6 times and I've been in prison half a dozen times and I'm a terrible person, would you invest with me? Probably not. And you shouldn't either, should you? So you don't think that's important? You don't think it's important for me to highlight the fact that the person behind this business has gone bankrupt 6 times? You don't care? Doesn't matter? You buy it anyway? Well, good luck to you. That's why you can't afford to be a member. That's why you haven't got $2 to be a member, right? Because you come out with silly statements like that. So because of that, I have done. Some people you can't help. Some people want to bankrupt themselves. Some people want to lose money. Some people want to spread hate. Some people want to talk nonsense, and they want to promote the fact they're talking nonsense. So because of that, I want to focus on my member. I gave non-members the chance today, but of course, that got abused. So we're going to turn it off. So there you go. Let's turn it off. No more Adriana, and if he spreads any false information or anything like that, we're just going to ban him. I don't need him to watch. Don't need your opinions because you've shared your opinions and they're rubbish. All right? How about that 24% Constellation Energy Pump Fire market? Oh my God, yeah, that's a huge move for a 230 stock. Oh, hang on. Take a bit back. My apologies for calling you dude. Apology accepted. Apology accepted. We're always here to bring back. We're always here to welcome, provide support. Always, no grudges. I forget what happened yesterday. Very important. I trust everyone. I like everyone. I get on with everyone. Okay? Apology accepted. No problem. Let's move on. Hey Martyn, I thought your off time was going to last longer. It's great to see you again, man. Have a good week. Start you and all round. Edgar, I haven't started my break yet. My break starts in October. I'm taking the month of October off. I'm still here. I haven't gone anywhere. I had one day off or half a day off because I was ill, but I still managed to go live. I went live from my bed and the garden, if you remember. Martyn has shown no political support. If I were to guess, is a very smart man, so he's probably like DJT, but not the stock. I'm not going to address. It's not relevant to the show of who I would support and what political views I would have if I could vote. It's not important. What's important is impartial, factual information for investors. But I don't hate anybody, all right? But I will tell you the stock is rubbish. The stock is rubbish. Not the stock, that's right. Zach is 52, your age. I'm 55. I'm a Trump supporter, but I do understand what Martyn is saying. Trump stock has no use and numbers make no sense. Another one. There you go. A non-member who is a Trump supporter making sense. We are an investment channel. We're here to help people make money. There's a reason why I keep hitting all-time highs. There's a reason why I don't lose money ever, right? Okay, that's what we're here for. Trump supporter, he is saying the Trump stock does not make sense. Thank you very much. Don't pay idiots attention, Martyn. It's our time also. Yes, that's the most important thing. Matt Dillon, you're right. But we've done many polls and questions and research, and people like this channel because it's real and we give everyone a voice. However, I understand not everyone is here for ranting and raving on some stupid person. I agree with you, Matt Dillon. I agree with you. It is your time. That's the priority. Not my time, your time. I get it. You are the viewers. You are the audience. I get it. That's why I give it a bit and then I limit it and now it's turned off. I respect that. Maybe I went too much. I hope not. DJ stock goes under. The stock will not be DJ anymore. It will be under or something like that. Wow, I didn't know. Jerry and Elba, I'm not sure what that was for. Oh, hello. We've got some hate speech coming in from Liam. Mike will take care of that one. Sorry, my family goes up after the best. Average 52. Thanks, Zach. At this point, I never want to hear crypto again. Sorry, I was working and commenting fast. I'm not looking over them. I hope DJT goes to the moon, but not investing on it, only because I am a Trump supporter. I wish everyone success. I hope the stock does go to the moon and goes up to $1 million and everyone makes money. Of course, not everybody will make money because people will buy it on the way up to $1 million and then it will sell at $1 million and the people who bought it for $1 million will lose, right? So the fact of the matter is, if if any stock goes up and up and up and up, someone always loses. Always. Martyn, do you still enjoy purchasing individual stocks? Yes, I do. I love buying individual stocks, but I only own the S&P to be impartial on the show, so you know that the information is accurate. I've never seen so much hate amongst two political opponent supporters ever since I've been old enough to vote, almost 30 years. I just don't get it. I believe in who you believe in and move on. I agree, David. I think it's very sad. I don't think the United States is united at the moment. In fact, I would go further. I don't believe it. I know it. Half of America hates the other half. It's a very destructive society right now. It's a great shame. America's a wonderful place. But the United States, I don't see anything united about anything. I've never seen so much hate and nonsense and lies and manipulation as we have right now. I'll be glad when all of this is over. Either Donald Trump wins and 4 years from now, that'll be the end of it because you can't run again, or he loses. Whichever way round, I want to get the next 4 years out the way because then we can go back to normal politics, right? It doesn't matter. If Trump wins, that's fine. Get it done. And now he can't be president anymore. That's so that there's no more hate. There's no more, that's done. Or he loses and that's done. Whichever way, I want to get 4 years out of the way so we can go back to just two people discussing politics. This constant fighting and shouting and name calling and lying, and it's just America doesn't need this. This isn't politics. This is just a shouting match. I want to see the United States become united again. All of Americans come together and wave the flag together, not this fighting amongst each other. Never seen anything like it. I agree with you, David. Okay, I'm going to the hospital this morning. My eyes are getting worse. Jerry and Elba, one of our loved members here of the channel. I know from what you've told me, from the music that you've requested, that you are an elderly gentleman and you are suffering today with your eyes. So, everybody, copy and paste. Copy and paste. You ready? Hang on a minute. I'm going to take that down. 1, 2. That's better. Take that down slightly and file. Save. Okay, there we go. Copy and paste. Get well, Jerry. Copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. That's still too loud. One. Hang on. I'm trying to fix this. One. Hang on a minute. That keeps going up. One. What? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute, folks. I'm just trying to fix this problem here. One. Ignore me. I'm talking rubbish here. One. That's the output. One. Sorry about this. I'll get there in the end. One. Input. I thought that was the input. It's not. It's not the bloody input. Okay. I'll fix this later then. Sorry about that. Copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. Flipping heck. All right. I can see what I'm doing wrong. I will make an adjustment later. So could everybody please but get well, Jerry? We want to send some love to Jerry. Get well, Jerry. All right. There you go. Get well, Jerry. Okay. Let me go general public again now and welcome back in Adriana. See if he can be more pleasant now. Let's have a look. Back to subscribers. To Adriana, I'm giving general public chance to come back in again. So there you go. Going to hospital. Everyone send some love. Get well soon, Jerry. I'm just getting more efficient financially. In time, I will be back. Love it. Love it. Nick and Trade. There you go. Nick and Trade. This is why we do this. I'll be back as a member soon. That's not why we do it, right? Love your channel. I'm just getting more efficient financially. Efficient. There you go. That's what this is all about. He's getting efficient financially. Yes, do that. Then you can invest. Then you don't worry about cash anymore. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Stephen. Big business uses bankruptcy every day to its advantage. It's not personal bankruptcy. It's companies doing maths. Correct. I know. I've experienced it once. Only once, though. I went bankrupt once myself. You learn from it. You don't go bankrupt twice. I don't agree you need to go bankrupt twice. If you go bankrupt twice, it means you haven't got a clue what you're doing. Not being funny, it means you haven't got a clue what you're doing. Anyone can make a mistake once, not twice. It's like people who get divorced and they get married like 5 times. You start thinking to yourself, hang on a minute, maybe it's me. I mean, I'm just saying, all right? We all can make mistakes, but you've got to learn from them. You can't keep making the same mistake over and over and over and over again. That seems a bit daft.
Real estate and what you make of some of the campaign promises from the Harris campaign.
We'll look at that in a minute. Just seeing something coming in. Thank you, Mike. From a market standpoint, it really does not matter who wins the election. No, I agree. It doesn't matter who wins the election now. I agree. It doesn't. It's good to be a member. Thank you. Thanks for going members only. You're the man. Yeah, and I'll go back there again if it gets crazy again. Historically, market does best with Republican Congress. Thank you for your apology. Thank you for your apology. Jerry, who are you talking to? I'm not sure what I mean. Martyn, far too proper. Sir dude, you will make a great US citizen, Martyn. Thank you very much. I will be most proud and most honored. Thank you very much. Very, very nice. Anybody? Consolation heart. Everyone wants politics to be boring again. I loved watching the Dallas doo-wop, and Jerry is a great lead singer. It was fun, wasn't it? Donald needs to dump DGT and only use X. It's ridiculous. I agree. Truth Social doesn't do anything. I'm on Truth Social, and it was just a complete waste of time. Anyway, this isn't unique to America. The UK, Christopher, you are absolutely right. It's not limited to the United States. However, Christopher, aren't you from England? You are, aren't you? I'm from England too. In England, we have Labour, which would be Democrat, and we have Republican, which would be Conservative. Correct, Christopher? And in the United Kingdom, you vote Labour or Conservative. You might vote for something else, the Green Party or whatever, but Labour and Conservative, Republican, Democrat are the two main ones. Some people, there's always going to be somebody who hates somebody because we do. But I have to say, and having first-hand experience of politics in the United Kingdom, the hate level is on a whole different ball game. The president of the Donald Trump has had an attempted assassination now twice, and in fact, the most riskiest job you can do, if you look at percentages, is be a U.S. president. Not a British Prime Minister, a US president. It's more dangerous than being in the army. If you look at how many presidents there have been and how many assassinations there have been, it is, without doubt, percentage-wise of people that do it, the most dangerous job in the world. It really is. If you look at the percentages, more fatalities are being a president than a US president than any other occupation. It doesn't happen in the UK. So we have a lot less security on the Prime Minister in the UK. And there's no shooting attempts on the Prime Minister. I don't think there's ever been an assassination attempt on a Prime Minister. I might be wrong, of course, but I've never heard of it. I have to be honest, and I'm pretty up to my history. And I'm also involved. I understand politics. I read a lot. But people in the UK might not like Labour and they might not like Conservative, but I don't think there's very many people who literally hate, and I mean hate, Keir Starmer, who's the leader of the Labour, which will be Democrat right now, and who hate the other side either. I don't see that. In America, it's on a whole new level. The hate towards each other is a whole new level. And I think you have to agree there. I think you'd have to agree that the level is on a whole new level. So you're right that people disagree, but not like they do in America. Come on. Get well, Jerry. Get well, Jerry. Get well. I love it. Everyone's wished Jerry a get well. Thank you ever so much, everybody. Look at that. Everyone, Jerry. Everyone. There you go, Jerry. Everyone sent you love this morning. Everybody. I did it the most. Just saying. I did it the most. But, you know, I'm the best. But other than me, everybody else did it. Right. Martin, my 120 watt tube amp finally is breaking on me. Changes channels on its own and reverb stopped working. Oh, I've got a valve amp over here. You want to see? You want to see it right now? Look. How do I connect? Watch this. Okay. Watch. I'm going to make this even better soon. Oh, hang on. How do I connect it again? How do I connect? There's a button here somewhere. How do I do it? Oh, I can't remember now. I'm going to work on this. Yeah. I don't know how I do it now. Anyway, I've got a valve amp just over here. It's this red box down the... It doesn't matter. I'll show you another time. I'm working on a mobile camera I can move around the studio, but I'm not there yet. I've got to change that back. There you go. Let me change that back. If he wins, he can run again. No, he can't. No, he can't. He's already run once. You can only run 2 terms. In the United States, you can only run 2 terms. He's already been the president for 4 years. If he wins, he can't run again. A president can only be 2 terms. Get well, Jerry. Get well, Jerry. Get well, Jerry. They usually know they were bankrupt and business before they even buy it. Both candidates aren't talking about the national debt, and that is terrifying. I agree. Oh, Jerry, did Elba call me a dude? That's fine. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. I just mention it when people say it. It's not a. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's as costly as I've got worse. I've been called worse. Is it as costly as they say to become a citizen? Yes, it was very expensive to become a green card holder. It took several years, loads of money spent on attorneys. legal fees, you name it. Yes, very, very expensive, and it will be expensive to become a US citizen, but I'll do it. Absolutely. It's my next thing. Does Christopher have the Coca-Cola accent TPP? Rest in peace, Joe Cox, killed 8 years ago. Oh, yes. Correct. You are right. You are right. An MP. That was terrible. That was slightly different, though. That was not a prime minister or a president. It was an individual MP. Terrible. You're absolutely right. A crazy person came up and killed Joe Cox. You're absolutely right. Wasn't she stabbed, I think? But yes, of course. Lots of politicians get attacked. Of course, we had, was it Nancy Pelosi's husband got attacked in his house? Didn't someone hit him with a hammer? Oh, God. No. I mean, people are getting, of course, politicians are getting attacked. I'm on about the president, the prime minister. But yes, of course, people go into MPs' offices and throw paint on them and, I mean, all sorts. Yeah, of course. Yes, that was terrible. Thanks for reminding me as well to just give clarity. Didn't England just almost break into civil war? Yeah. According to Elon Musk, civil war nearly broke out in the United Kingdom. Yeah. I'm American but lived in Preston, England. During 2018, there was a volatile time in the UK politics, but I do remember quite a lot of disagreement that reminded me of what we have in the US. No, not on the same level, surely. Hey, Martyn from the UK, Spencer Percival was assassinated. There we go. Hey, Martyn from the UK. Spencer Percival was assassinated in 1812. Thank you very much. Was Spencer Percival a prime minister then? Was he a prime minister? I'm assuming he was, if you've shared that. Thank you for that. Biden administration ban, this is fake news. Biden doesn't know what will happen if he made this ban. I've no idea what that means. Margaret Thatcher, Brighton. Yeah, you're right. That was an assassination attempt. You're right. That was the IRA, Irish Republican Army. Yes, that wasn't an individual, but that was a the Irish Republican Army. Yes, that was terrorism. That wasn't assassination attempt. It was terrorism, political terrorism. Okay, you could say it's the same thing. It is. I guess it is the same thing, you know. But that is slightly different. But yeah, I appreciate that. You're absolutely right. Oh, I know that. Absolutely, Jerry Nelber, absolutely. I respectfully disagree with you. I'm down to security level is on a with you. I'm down to security level is on a whole new level scale, but the current Prime Minister is very much hated. You only have to look at last month's news with the riots. Okay, fair enough. I think it's a different level, but you know, hate is hate. You know, we can agree to not disagree, but we can agree to debate the subject. I think that's the best way of leaving it, all right? We love you, Martyn, Jerry Nelber. I love you too. Thank you very much. I agree not talking to it at all. It isn't popular conversation. America, many, not all, want to know how they are going to benefit from not what they need to pay out, says Charles. It's only going to get worse, hence I need to move into the woods. He was assassinated in the lobby of the House of Commons, 11th of May, 1812. There you go. Thank you very much, Simon Meadows, for bringing that to my attention. Next, hang on. Post-rate cut.
Are we still going to be susceptible to little growth scares along the way, even though we have the Fed with a net underneath the market right now? So I would argue that's probably where we are. We get some conferences. Meta has its big event this week, as well as some software stuff. But to me, it's about, you know, monitoring the soft landing progress.
Some of the notes over the weekend, I'm thinking of Tony Pasquariello at Goldman, argues that you look at PCE and services and the overall numbers and the retail sales data, he thinks the consumer is going to, in his words, defy the bears.
Yes.
And he thinks the XLY might be even a bargain by that.
Essentially continue doing so, yeah. I mean, look, I think a lot of the nervousness in August and September around jobs and the consumer were all about the kind of, well, if this continues at this trajectory, then we're going to have a reason to worry. Or it was about, you know, some credit indicators of basically delinquencies going up. And so parts of the consumer base that seems a little bit strapped. In general, 4% wage growth annualized. You have 4% unemployment. Typically, you know, the consumer economy doesn't get into a tremendous amount of trouble there. So I don't know if that means XLY is the place, but it is interesting that going into the Fed meeting, we had defensive leadership. And so there's a room for that to transition around, and we'll see what that means for the NASDAQ 100, which is still 3 or 4% below its high.
A few other points I think worth mentioning when it comes to what the next catalyst could be or what we're watching. First of all, creeping higher yields on the back of a Fed rate cut, which is interesting as the market sort of reassesses what comes next. And the economic data comes in okay. Today's services number, strong.
Exactly.
They limit what the Fed can do on the easing front, even though manufacturing was weak. And then the election. And I don't know, Mike, is the biggest risk there that one party sweeps? Because nobody seems to be concerned that we're running the highest deficits, not in a wartime.
I think I think the market would interpret that as the biggest kind of mispriced risk. So the thing to react to most is if it starts to seem extremely likely. I'm kind of done in deciding like how the market views the outcome, the congressional balance, what it means for policy, what that means for tax, only because you have to get so many links in that chain correct. And if you remember, even back to 2020, the real move in the market came with the special election in Georgia. And I don't think anybody in October of 2020 was like,
well, that's
you know
what
it's
about the congressional.
Exactly, because that's when the market craved more stimulus. It thought it did. And so I think it's tough to kind of read the market's mind on that stuff. But I do think it makes sense if we get choppiness before the election, just assume that that's kind of the norm and not something that the market has some prescient view of what's exactly going to happen.
All right, Mike, thank you. Mike Santoli. So when it comes to what's next for the markets and the Fed, our next guest sees meaningful new highs ahead for the major averages, but not until after the election. Joining us now is Wells Fargo Investment Institute Senior Global Market Strategist Samir Samana.
Yeah, I agree that the major rally will come after the election. Of course, this is a consolidating period. This is a period of just paying down margin, getting in, earning money, remaining in the markets, ready for the explosion next year. Absolutely right. I agree with that 100%. Right, I think it's time to wrap up the show. Here's William. William, I'm so glad you came at the end. I was just about to end the show. I've had a message from you on Discord. I don't know who you are, of course, until I confirm it's you here in the chat. So, William, would you please give me your username on Discord in the chat right now, and I will upgrade you now. I will accept you as a friend on Discord and all the rest of it. You've sent me an invitation, but I don't know it's you. I'm sure it's you, but I don't know it's you. So if you send me a friend, if you give me your username on Discord right now, I will do it for you. So if you do that now, that'd be great. Me and Elba hate the word dude. My master came home and called me a dude and had to do 25 push-ups. Hi, same name as my YouTube name. Thank you. Okay. So let me copy and paste that then. Let me have a look. Hang on a minute. Right. William, it's not correct. You have some numbers afterwards. I do this to protect your account. I've done it for everyone. William PMCD, but what are the numbers afterwards? You have to write it in. I have to see it's you because people do it all the time. They use, because people can see your name here on the channel and they use it to sign into Discord. We cannot let any bots, scammers, trolls get into Discord. We don't want that. So William, you need to write your username. That's why we do it this way in the chat, exactly as it is. Your name you've just told me, the same as it is in YouTube, is your display name. It's not your username. Please give it your username, please. Okay? Please give your username. If you do that, I will upgrade you right now, but I won't do it until you follow the rules. We do it to protect you. We do it to protect the members. We're not trying to get, the biggest Discord server, but we are trying to grow the best one. Adriana, why so sensitive on the word dude? I'm not there you go. That's why we don't do it, William. That is not your username. William, that is not your username. I don't know why you put YT8548. I don't know what YouTube, I don't know what that's got to do with it. Your username on Discord. Okay? It's William _ and then there are 5 numbers. If you put the right numbers here in the chat, I know that account on Discord is you. That is not right. And that's exactly why I don't do it. I'm sure this is you, but we just need to be sure. Okay? We're here to help people. Adriana, why so sensitive on the word dude? Let me be clear. I couldn't do what I do, whether I was the World Piano Man touring live shows, getting all kinds of critical, critical reports, reviews on my shows, or whether it's in here with people sending me messages, all the rest of it, all the rest of it. But the reason why I say I don't like dude is because it normally accompanies trolls, bots, scammers who are trying to promote something, give inaccurate information. They call me dude. I'm not offended by it. I simply prefer to be called by my name. That's all. I'm not offended by it. You can call me what you want, as long as it's not a swear word. But I'm not offended by it. I just, when you're presenting information which was inaccurate or false, or suggesting that I am a political party when I told you I'm neutral. So you're trying to make me out to be either a liar or make me out to be somehow, manipulating the audience. I don't like that. So I say I don't like being called dude. I'm not offended by it. You can use any word you want. It's only a word. And call me what you like. It's absolutely fine, as long as it's not, swearing at me, or whatever, or something incorrect, something factual incorrectness. But call me what you want. I just don't particularly like it. That's all. But I can live with it, mate. You can call me dude all you want. I mean, it's fine. I'm sorry, absolutely fine. No problem at all. No offense taken. I'm just saying I don't like like to be called it, but I can live with it. I'm a big boy. I can carry on through life anyway. Yeah, my mistake. Thank you. We'll confirm. Yes. I'm ready to do it now. If you do it now, I can get this done. It'll take you 1 second. Take you 1 second to do it, and I'll do it. But yeah, I can't move forward on it until you've done it. All right. Bill's here. Bill's here. That's good to see. I am, because I am his dad. I like it. I'm sorry. We're all friends again. Absolutely right. Just don't call me late for dinner, Martin. That's right. That's right. That's right. Lawrence T.O. Till the end of the pops in the super chat. Smooth. Lawrence T.O. lies low. Bill celebrates 29 months of a member. Wow. He'll be 3 years soon. My YouTube name. That's right. Yes, your YouTube name is that. Yeah. Hang on. What are you on about? What are you on about now? Hang on a minute. Right, okay. I'm going to accept this, William. My YouTube name is _54731. No, that is your Discord name. Now I know it's you. It's absolutely fine. I now know this is you because you've given me that. That's absolutely fine. You've given me the code. All right. That's not your YouTube name. It's your Discord name. There you go. This is what I was looking at. There is your username, 54731. So I can now accept your friend request. There, I can now add you to the server. There you go. So now I can do that. All done. There you go. William, all done. I can now go into here, members, search for you. Whoops, a daisy. There we go. Search for you. You should be in here somewhere. There you go. You were already a member. You were already upgraded. We'd already assumed it. But I wanted to confirm your username there. We're friends now. Let me just move that out of the way. Roles. Yes, you have a YouTube membership. Nickname is spot on. We're now friends. There you go. It's all done. We are all done. Okay. Right. Got to refresh that. Have we got anybody new just come in? No. Okay, we're all good. You're all done now, William. Let me get rid of that. Larry. Bill Larry. Not sure what Larry means. We talked about more bull than money today. Bill is in the house. Bill, another thing the news does not report or doesn't even do in politics, US dollar values. Songs for space. Hiya, Zach. Hi, everyone. William, cheers. You're welcome. Adrian, you're part of the family because a member. If you're not, we are a great family. When do you think NVIDIA will finally break 116 and starts to climb up for the 920? On the earnings. On the earnings. Simple as that. On the earnings. Absolutely. The earnings. One answer, the earnings. What's next for the tech trade?
Still pretty bullish on these tech stocks.
Are you, if you had to choose, do you prefer hardware or software?
So what I'm interested in is the continuation of the AI infrastructure build-out trade. So it is focused on hardware names. Obviously, NVIDIA and Broadcom in semis. Honorable mention goes to AMD. You talked about Dell in the lead-in. It is my favorite pick in AI-centric servers. Now, what I am not bullish on are the software names that are purportedly going to be the big AI beneficiaries. I'm still not convinced that a lot of those names that were software stars of a previous era might be disintermediated by AI, not being benefit from it.
I know some of the news swirling around Intel today has not whetted your appetite for that name.
No, this is very sad. I started my career with a research report on Intel in 1992, and it's really sad where this company has fallen to. I think that if Qualcomm were to buy Intel, it would be a horrible decision, and I don't think they could even pull it off. I think this story was probably leaked to kind of whet investors' appetite and gauge to see if they'd be interested in that. In the meantime, this company's scrambling to catch up in CPUs when the world has moved on to GPUs. So I think it continues to be the gang that can't shoot straight, and I would avoid it as a takeover target, and I would avoid it as a standalone company too.
Just on the
Agree.
since we're on semiconductors, besides
Agree with
NVIDIA,
that.
there are questions about whether the AI story can outweigh so that some of the other weakness. I'm thinking of Micron, which reports later this week, and whether that's, expectations have been lowered in the memory chip business, but they have an AI story too. So how do you deal with those kind of stock stories?
You asked the greatest question. The biggest news for me this week will be Wednesday afternoon when Micron reports. We all know that they're seeing weakness. It's a well-worn narrative in their consumer electronics. And when I say that, think of PCs, laptops, and smartphones. But as long as they come through and talk about the increasing demand this fiscal year into next for HBM, high bandwidth memory, even though it's a small part of Micron, it's growing super fast. I think people might be relieved. You might see a little bit of a rebound in that stock price on Thursday morning. So I own the stock. I bought a little bit last week at 89. I'm waiting for the results, but that is, just like Carl was talking about, which stocks are still bargains at this price. Boy, that could be top of the class in technology if they say the right things on Wednesday night.
Interesting. Okay, we come to the end. We're going to do Day Trader of the Day. Just before we go, we'd like to do two little things that we like to help people out every day. As you know, I don't take corporate sponsorship from anyone. I don't take FTX deal from Sam Bankman-Fried. I get contacted all the time by crypto scams. Would I take money to promote them? I never will, never have, never will. I only promote my members. My members who are watching the show, part of the family. So we have two. So I'm asking now everyone to please help me out, support fellow members, because one day you will want support just like this. So if you could do that for me now, this would be great. First of all, we have Charlotte May Weddings. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to do anything other than click on their website. There it is in the chat. If we get members all around the world, viewers all around the world, clicking on Charlotte May Weddings, it helps them rank up. So when somebody searches for a wedding, this is the one they're going to get suggested because it's getting clicked on all around the world. It's ranking up as the #1 wedding website in the world. Just by simply clicking on their website right now, every day you come in, they pay $99 to sponsor my channel. That helps fund this channel. Remember, my membership is my biggest income. It's how I survive. Don't make money from all these videos, all these live streams. Make a couple of bucks on a live stream when I've been going all live all day. The exception is when we had like 38,000 watch for NVIDIA. But they make me a couple of bucks, literally. This is how I live, and in return, I do this for my members. So please do that one. There you go. And the other one is Rick McGrath. Rick McGrath has dedicated his YouTube channel, and he only had 4 subscribers a few days, 2 weeks ago. He's now got 59. And what he does, he's given his YouTube channel to this guy here who does fundraising for charity work. So this is the way Rick wanted to do it. I've often said to Rick he needs actually to have the charity website would probably be better, but this is how we're doing it. This is what Rick has asked for, and he pays $99. So how we're going to help Rick help his friend is like this. It's very kind of Rick to do this. He's paying $99 to help his friend raise money, which is wonderful, really. And we've had people reach out and already donate. So this has been very, very good. Really, really helpful. So let me give you Rick McGrath's YouTube channel. if everyone could subscribe to him, again, you don't have to buy anything, download anything, spend any money whatsoever. You simply click subscribe. Now, he was on 4 subscribers a few weeks ago. He's now on 59. Let's see if we can get him over 59 right now. You ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 59. Go on, let's get one more. I know all of my members have subscribed already. The ones that are here. How many people do we have watching? We have 99. I bet there's one person who has not yet subscribed to our dear friend Rick McGrath. Shall we try it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go on, 59. There's got to be somebody who hasn't done it. Come on, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes! Thank you, Radislav Ivanov just done it. Look at that. Radislav just did it. Thank you so much indeed. We got there. Brilliant. By subscribing, it helps him grow and more people will learn about his friends' charity. It's very kind of Rick to pay $99 to promote his friends' fundraising event. I think that's very generous, very nice indeed. It's supporting the channel. Also, Rick, remember, it gives you all the silver and gold benefits as well, Rick. He's already on the homepage of the channel as a sponsor, but Rick, you get the 1 hour call in a month. You can speak to me one-on-one. You get all the silver benefits, the discounts from the shop. You get many other things as well. Remember that. Intel has been downtrend for a while now. That means there's a sellers selling it. Investors should not buy stocks in downtrends or you're asking for heartache. Fatso talks stocks. Okay, good point. We're going to come to the end of the show. Let me clear the decks. Let's do day trader of the day. Let's see who wins the day trader of the day today. I am up again, 0.47. All-time high again today. Up 0.47%. There you go, another all-time high. And remember, I haven't added any money into my portfolio for a month. I'll be doing that in the next few minutes. When I go off air, I got paid today. I can reduce my margin, so my balance will go up, but my gains are the same. Remember, when you add cash, it doesn't make your profits go up. I'm just reducing my margin right now. Okay. Let's see who wins today. I'm up 0.47. Into the lead goes Stephen Lewandowski. Let's roll the credits. Who are the stars of the show today? These are the stars of our show today. Stars of our show, new subscribers. Gregory C. Johnson Jr. and D-Man808. Thank you very much indeed. We didn't get any super chats today. Actually, we did get super chats today. We did get super chats today. Didn't we? That's weird. We did get super chats today. I don't know why I didn't show it. Let me go and check here. Back to dashboard, recent events. Why ain't it showing? Sometimes you have these issues. We had Charles Cohey. There you go.
Charles Cohey donated $5 through a super chat. Poet, please. Sorry, forgot I was on my channel. Stay safe in the storm. Thanks for all you do.
I was on my channel. And Mike Koza might show it. Anyway, we're running out of time. Let me go over to, I'm going to say the winner is... Here it is. Mike is Stephen Lewandowski is the winner.
£1.99 through a super chat. Euro Energy, please.
I'm not taking any requests for reviews at the moment. I'm going to be completing them all before I go on my holiday, though. Now then, it's time to end the show. I've got some videos coming out shortly, and if you'd like to be in the world premiere of those videos, now join me on the extra channel where we're live right now. Let me give you the link. Here it comes. And I will be... Oh, I forgot to say, thank you for your honest trades, and give them a thumbs up as well. I forgot that. There we go. Congratulations, mate. Singapore sent you one. Sometimes it doesn't link. There's obviously an error today why it didn't link. It is working. It just didn't bring it into the stream. I don't know why. So I apologize for that. It still happens. It's still there. You still saw it on the screen. It just didn't do the overlay. All right. So here is extra where we're going now, which keeps the family together. Let me pin that to the top. You'll automatically be taken there, or there is the link. The reason for joining me there is you can be live with us 12 hours a day, be part of the family. It's protected by, well, anyone can watch and listen for free. It's behind the scenes, as you can see. It's behind the scenes, so you can, what's going on behind. But if you want to talk in the chat, we have protected the channel by 99 cents paywall. It's a members channel. You can still listen and watch, but we do that so we don't have the bots and scammers, because it's 12 hours a day conversation. We don't want bots and trolls and scammers coming in saying buy Bitcoin and ruining the experience. It's a place for our friends and investors to talk to each other without the noise and the nonsense. So if you want to talk in the chat, that's how you do it. Become a member over there. Otherwise, you can watch. And the great thing is you can alert me of news so I can come back live. But in a few moments' time, I'm going to put these videos out, and I will alert you when they premiere. They premiere first for the members. You'll be able to see it first. You can engage, be in the chat, be part of the live video and all the rest of it as it premieres. So be part of that when it comes out. So we're going to go there right now. But that's it from me. I will see you back shortly. We've only got 4 days left to go. This is our last week. We haven't taken a break for 2 years. We're taking the whole of October off. Sensei will try and do a bit for you. I'm going to record all of the... I'm going to get done all of the reviews you asked for. They're all going to be done, and then they're going to premiere for you, so you're not going to miss anything at all. I'm just taking the live shows. I'm just not going to be here every day. I just need to take a little break from being live all the time. All right? Okay. That's it from me. Join me now on the extra channel. For some reason, I can't get my my little where is it? My little overlay to play. Where is it? I thought hang on a minute. Did I move that up? Is this going to work? Yeah. That works. Let me see if this one works, and hopefully it will. That's it from me. See you over on the extra channel right now. I'll be back this afternoon for the closing bell. Have a wonderful day. As always, take care of yourselves and each other. Look, I can't believe it. It's not supposed to do that. The ML bumper. Why is it going there? Right. Okay. Hang on. How the hell was that changed there? Hang on a minute. Very odd. This should be... Right. This should be... Hang on. How do I fix this when I'm live? Preview mode. Okay, I'm in preview mode. Go to this mode. And... No, that's not right. I'm in preview mode, right? So this should be this. How do I fix this live? Let me see how I do this live. Start video. Yeah. What video? How do I click? Ah, here we go. So it should be. How on earth did this change? Choose file. no, 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 no. Click on that. Okay. Bumper. Oh my God, there's hundreds. I never realized there were so many. Okay. This is weird. I wonder if it's... Wow. It's not in this list anymore. So how do I fix this? If I click choose file, try this. Documents. I'm going to go like this. Ecamm Live. Overlays. Alrighty, I think I've done it. And then start video from beginning, start video. Do nothing. Okay. Okay, so let's see if this works. Do nothing. Start video from last position. Okay. All right. Configure Stream Deck. All right. See if this works. It might not work. It might not work. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It is what it is. Let me go back to end screen. Back to live mode. Okay. I'm in live mode now, right? Let's see if this works. I don't know what's going to happen. Don't know why it's changed. But anyway, let's see what happens. I'll say goodbye. What plays, plays. I'll end it anyway. Take care of yourselves and each other.